Charles was a young prince. He never thought he'd be king, finally ruling England at the age of 73. King Chuck. The Queen was his mama. Lucky Chuck. She used the Oxford comma. Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Now that his mama's gone, I hope he doesn't fail. What exactly did he do as the fancy Prince of Wales? King Chuck. His teeth and ears look big and funny. Lucky Chuck. Will they fit on stamps and money? Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. The Queen, she had her corgis. Prince Andrew had his orgy. He's wild, that brother, Andy. On Epstein Island, dude got randy. Prince Harry moved for good out to Hollywood. King Chuck. Charles loves the polo ponies and dressing up for ceremonies. He wears a kilt, please don't stare. He's not wearing underwear. Finally gets to rule cause he's got the family jewels. King Chuck. He married Diana, they had a castle and a villa. But all the time he dreamed about the homely one, Camilla. Couldn't wait to get his hands on.
Oh, no.
Said he'd like to be her tampon. The royal palace has the royal phallus. He's so old it won't be long. We'll have to write another song. King Will.
Agitator. What's your favorite potato, Tom? That's right, an agitator. Welcome. Hello to the Bob and Tom show.
I was going to say French fries, but
I like French fries.
maybe mashed.
What's wrong with steak fries?
As Bob would say, too much potato.
Way too much
and
potato.
I entirely agree.
He's not wrong.
Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin. Hello. Who's full of it. There's Willie Griswald.
Hey, man. Good to see you.
Over there for Josh Arnold, who has finally quit. There's Ace. I'm Chick. And here's Tom.
Hello.
So today we're going to look back on Josh Arnold and celebrate him and wish him well.
8 years? What a run.
Yeah.
What a run.
I have a feeling, not if when Josh quits, he's going to make it very well known. I think he's going to have a lot of fun on air. I'll do it on social media, too.
The question is, where is he going to drop the deuce? My desk?
Remember when Homer quit the nuclear, one of the episodes? He went into Mr. Burns' desk, told him he quit. And he went out, got in his car, drove across the bridge, and threw dynamite out and blew up the bridge. I guess he burned his bridge there,
symbolic,
Tom.
really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, it's great to be back in the United States of America.
Yes, Tom. Boy, are your arms tired, right?
Long weekend, but it was great.
They're brutal.
It's amazing, the world we live in. I mean, I know it's obvious, but it's just amazing. I was in London for the 4th of July weekend.
Sure you were.
Absolutely incredible. Had a great time. I'll tell you about it. But I do have one odd story, Pat. You're from the Philadelphia area.
I am indeed, yeah.
Lived there for many, many years. Mm-hmm. I flew American Airlines. They were fantastic. They were wonderful. Everything was great. But I apparently Philly's one of their big hubs, I guess. So I flew back through Philadelphia, which was great. But I get to the airport. And when you fly internationally, typically you go and you get your bag if you have one, and then you have to go back into security. Mm-hmm. Apparently, the people that work TSA in Philadelphia are very unhappy. Wow, what an unpleasant bunch they are. Yeah. But that isn't the story.
Oh.
So I walk into the men's room.
All right.
Okay.
And the doors in the stalls, they leave about a foot, so you can kind of. I walk in and I see a guy sitting side saddle on the toilet.
Huh.
So I don't know.
I don't think that's proper etiquette to
be looking at somebody else's stall.
I
peep into the stall.
I'm just walking in. I'm going to the urinal area. I'm walking in. I look and I notice.
So your eye is drawn to the gap in the door.
this guy's wearing, they were fairly bright athletic shoes, and they were this way. So the guy is sitting sideways on the toilet.
Well, maybe that's the way he does it.
Philly style.
Is that what that is? Is there something I haven't been told? I've been to Philadelphia many times. It's a beautiful place.
Maybe the crack in his butt goes the other way. You don't
never know. Yeah, you never know.
Oh, is he suffering from side crack?
On that, I'm just kind of a bigger guy. I got long knees and I weigh about 250. I've lived in 2 apartments where the bathroom was so small I had to sit side saddle.
There you go. So maybe his knees hit the door.
Maybe this person was just so used to sitting side saddle in their bad apartments that now in public they have to do that.
But that kind of thing freaks me out. So then I went to the farthest urinal, quickly peed, and then left.
Did you think it was some weird pickup thing?
All I could think of, chick, maybe you can help me here. Who was the guy? Who was the politician?
In Minnesota.
I forget his name.
And he famously
had
a wide stance.
Claimed he had a quote wide stance, and apparently he was trying to pick up boys or something.
And they had the number.
Boys.
They had the number of the stall at it was like M39 or something, and people were going and checking it out, I guess.
Yeah.
Getting their picture taken.
Taking a picture like it's the house from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Same thing.
Hey, here I am at the stall. The stall.
Tourist.
Yeah, if anyone has an explanation, Willie, you could be right.
I mean, I don't know. I was kind of just being silly in the moment. But yeah, maybe you get used to something. Maybe he had a really bad sort of explosive situation. And they have the bar in the handicap stalls. Maybe he was grabbing onto that thing.
Oh, maybe that could be. I don't know. I looked down. I didn't mean to look. I just walked in and, that's weird.
Tom, come on. You meant to look.
No, I didn't. Is
that your thing? Is that what you get off on? You go into strange restrooms?
Maybe it's just the international things. Remember, I told you my story in the Toronto airport where I walked in the men's room and there was a guy with his pants down on the floor standing and urinating, like a 4-year-old boy would do.
You mean like I do? Only I have the good sense to go in a stall, so they can't see that my pants are down around my ankles.
I mean, I walk in and there I'm looking at some. I would just say some guy's ass. I won't go into any shading.
It was Senator Larry Craig that was arrested.
Was it? Okay, I forgot about that.
That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right, does it?
Larry
I
Craig.
guess. Google don't lie.
Anyway, had a great time in the UK.
Did you see your sister?
I saw my sister Jan and Andy. She's doing great.
When did you find? When did Jan realize you had left her home? Because she would be talking.
No,
I love you, Jan. Don't listen.
She was very sweet. Got a nice dog, a girl dog named Charlie. In her house. It was really nice.
I've told the kid, if you have a baby, it's got to be Charlie. Got to be, man. Boy or girl, preferably a girl, Charlie.
My niece is a Charlie.
This was a dog, Charlie.
Well, Tom, you're talking about London. Hi, Tom. This is from Graham.
Oh.
Here's her.
Just a quick hello from me, Graham. Tom, we met at the Hyde Park British Summertime Show.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
It was great to meet you, and I hope you and your family had a great time.
Oh.
Do you remember?
By the way,
do you remember meeting Graham?
I do.
where he's not done. Remember, we were talking about fantastic cars. I drive an Aston Martin DBX.
Oh, my gosh. Who the hell's Graham?
And it's Aston Martin Racing Green.
Oh, nice.
What do you think, Tom?
Wow.
Very nice.
You elitist
Even overseas.
pricks find each other wherever you go, don't you?
He recognized you. Came up.
Well, we were.
He smelled your elitist scent.
Did he know about the show, or did you give him the email and
He
say
has
you
a
got
Bob and Tom hat on.
No, we were talking about.
Yeah. Brexit.
Actually, we were talking about Formula One.
Oh, that's good for babies.
By the way, the movie.
Silverstone was that weekend.
Yeah,
Did you go?
yeah. The movie. No, I did other things, but the movie was. Yeah, there were people that were there for Wimbledon. There were people that were there for something at Wembley. There were something called BST, Hyde Park, which is where I went.
BTS, that's the Bob and Tom show.
Huge concerts.
Hyde
huge.
Park.
I mean, it looked like Woodstock. 5 nights in a row.
So Graham was just sitting there and you just started talking to the guy, or did you know him? Or?
Yeah, we were just talking.
I mean, that part's not that odd. The craziest part about the airport story where he saw the guy pooping sideways, I'm just shocked that you didn't check in with him right there. Hey, excuse me, sir, why are you sitting this way?
Oh, no, I'm sure it was some weirdo.
Oh,
Weird.
There's no doubt he was a weirdo. Sure. Absolutely.
I've seen a lot in my life. I've been around the block a time or two. The guy was sitting side saddle.
Well, you don't know.
He may have been large, right, Willie?
He could have been a big guy.
Maybe he had a cyst on his butt or something. He couldn't sit the regular way.
Did you think he might have had a boil? Okay.
Yeah.
Boil
and it
on
made
his
it
ass. Is that
uncomfortable
what
right
you're
there on his
saying?
tailbone.
So wait a minute. So you're saying
His cheek.
So you're saying if he sits sideways.
If it's on the right on the crack part.
Oh, and I didn't look to see if it was a full.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Let's see.
Wait a minute. Oh, no, did I send you,
where it would have
Chick?
to
Did I send you the picture of the square toilet?
Yes, you did. I loved it.
My hotel,
That
the
is
toilet
square
seat,
toilet.
the square.
It looked like a Wendy's hamburger.
Are you serious?
Square.
Yes,
as the day is long.
I will. I'm not kidding.
Where?
Yes,
Square.
they drive on the other side of the street, and the toilets are square.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I'll
You
get
know
the
what?
picture.
And I saw that picture and I thought, they're up to something over there. They drive on the wrong side of the road and they have square toilets. Something's going on.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where design takes over. What is it? Form should follow function.
Right.
They're all
Yeah, I think this is all form and no functions. A square toilet seat. Yeah, I ran into a couple of those. We'll get to the for the fun times we had. Willie, how was Cincinnati over the weekend?
Man, Cincy was great. Thank you guys, folks that came out to the shows. It was awesome. There's no punishment like doing comedy on 4th of July. In the Midwest, there's not. In Cincinnati, there's so much to do on a beautiful summer day, summer
Right.
night. There's Reds games. You can go to concerts, backyard barbecues, the pool. And folks came out to hang out with me and Al Jackson and this guy, Dusty. I forgot his last name. He was the host, but it was just killer, man. It was so fun. I had a blast.
Oh, good.
Oh, a dusty booty.
It was not Dusty Booty, but I got such a kick out of that. It took me by surprise. I'm laughing right now.
Boy,
A dusty booty.
that'd be one awful porn name.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that would be
Well,
for mature
an elderly
audiences.
woman,
Yes,
yeah.
a very old woman. Yeah, dusty booty.
Is there such a thing as great granny porn?
Don't they have all? Yeah, isn't there a
Yeah, it's
go-to?
huge.
There's a go-to old guy, right? Isn't there like a golden?
Like a porn old
yeah,
porn
he's
guy?
like 65, 70, and
Is this the equivalent of the Golden Bachelor?
I think so.
The Golden Porno Star.
Yeah, and he evidently brings it, I guess.
He was like a NASCAR shirt with a big Viagra on the back. Lets everybody know why he's there, how he's doing it.
That probably is not a bad idea.
No.
Yeah. By the way, I've mentioned this before. It always bugs me whenever they talk about stuff. They always mention porn star.
Yeah.
What about the regular the working actors of the porn world? They don't get the. You know what I'm saying? They're all so and so.
They're all stars.
Yeah, they're all porn stars. I mean, they're very fine working actors in this world.
I think a lot of people online, and I know you're not familiar with this, Dad, but a lot of people online are pretty into the amateur stuff nowadays. So
really?
Your point, I think you were just being silly when you said it, but there's some truth to it. A lot of the amateurs are really rising now with things like OnlyFans and Fansly.
What comedian had the thank goodness for amateur porn? I learned how to spell amateur. Remember that? AMA, and then I'm lost.
When do you make the big crossover from amateur to porn star?
I don't know.
Your first check.
I think, depends on how much money you make. I think
Gotcha.
$3,000 and up is you're a pro.
Yeah, I learned how to spell epilogue watching The Fugitive.
I learned FBI. They also had an
Yeah,
epilogue.
The Fugitive. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
It was.
They're waiting for it. Well, I gotta take care of this fugitive thing because they're waiting for it.
People have been waiting
you
10
go.
minutes, Jake. We got to get the fugitive.
You know, I heard that on my Raycon Everyday Earbuds. Did you know that, Tom?
I bet it sounded great with all those horns.
My gosh, the big horns. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds, the latest model. Better than ever. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity. You can pair two devices at once, and Raycon's quick charge function. Just 10 minutes of charging, and you get 90 minutes of battery. And Raycon's also has that active noise cancellation. Not something you'll find at this price point. Raycon has it, and
By the way, great for traveling. And if I could interrupt for 1 second, don't forget the Raycon full headphones for the kids. You're gonna thank me. They're in the back seat of the car watching whatever it is they're watching, and you're enjoying peace and quiet. Back to you.
Raycon offers a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. All you have to do to get a swell deal and swell Raycon headphones, go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Right now, Raycon offering 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds, but only at buyraycon.com/Tom. Raycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up, lots of interesting things going on in the world of news and sports.
Oh, yeah.
We got a Joey Chestnut update. We got an Ozzy Osbourne update, an Oasis update, a Chuck E. Cheese update.
Did you see Ozzy while you were in London?
No, he was up in Birmingham.
Oh.
But
Excruciatingly sad.
We'll find out.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It was cool that he got to go out one last time, but man, it's not
But did he go out?
Good
Or
Lord.
was he
find out.
placed?
yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
It was my cab driver talked about it a lot.
Did he really?
On the way to the airport yesterday.
Well, that's what
yeah.
you get when you...
No, we had a nice chat. All these things are coming up, and they're coming from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this remains the Bob and Tom Show. Asking for the Ace Cosby joke of the day, a dear gentleman and Christy Lee, writes Casey, can we get an extra joke of the day from Ace?
No. Here's the answer.
He says to cheer up Chick after the Commanders lost to the Cowboys.
Oh, I see.
Is that what's happening?
Is that what's called ironic?
This guy's a Weisenheimer.
Yeah.
It's Casey from Boise, Idaho.
Love Boise.
Jackass.
Let's get at least one out right now.
Pronounced Boise.
That
Anybody
okay?
there will tell us.
Boise.
Completely wrong.
Reason.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. This is...
How do you like that, Ace?
How do you like that, Ace? He said, pretending to have done it on purpose.
All right, who's been messing with my machine?
Yep, I know it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I tell you what.
How do you like that, Ace?
It ain't your fault, pal. I know that. Okay, 2 for 2.
No,
Who's that guy with the sexy voice? Ace Cosby, go.
Thank you.
Hey, Chick. Yes, Ace.
When are turkeys the most grateful?
When are turkeys the most grateful? I don't know, Ace. When?
The day after Thanksgiving.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Brought to you by Omaha Steaks.
Utterly lacking in humor.
Save 50%.
No, see, the idea is that they live through it, you see.
Yeah.
If they're...
Survivors, you know?
No.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pass out. That was so unfunny.
Omaha Steaks, where you can save 50% off during the Omaha Steaks Cyber Sale. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code BTS for an extra $30 off. Minimum purchase may apply. That's Omaha Steaks.
So,
Hey, Chick.
we're getting two in a row.
Wait. Okay,
Wait a minute, we got no intro.
I'm going to have
I'm
to sing
totally
it.
lost.
Okay,
Maybe this one will be a joke.
here we go. Who's that sexy man with the
Wait,
deep voice?
Stop. What the hell is going on?
It was hilariously wrong.
You have to explain it to me.
Who's that?
It's wrong, and you
sexy
keep
man?
doing it wrong.
We don't have the original intro.
Can you put it on mine, Jason?
Okay. I can do it. Why don't we just all sing it together?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you want to do a spoken word thing? Kind of.
No, we're going to sing.
Who's that?
Ready?
Okay, ready? Here it comes. Because it's 1, 2. Who's no?
You're already going to play the music?
Sorry.
We have a bed.
I was waiting. I wanted you guys. Stop it. Ready? Here it comes.
Start right when the music starts.
Sexy man with the deep voice.
Ace Cosby is with us.
Yeah, that throws me.
Who's that?
Okay.
Son of a gun.
He's been sitting on it the whole time.
It only took a half hour.
His joke of the day.
Hey, Chick.
Yes, Ace. What?
What did the turkey say to the computer?
What did the turkey say to the computer? I don't know what.
Google.
That was Ace Cosby's joke.
Google. Oh, as opposed to gobble.
It's
I mean, 2 whiffs.
Well, we might as well go for the third.
We gotta have another.
If you do a third, I will eat this coffee mug, hoping the shards destroy my ear.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
Yes, Ace.
Hey, Chick. What did the space turkey... What
I like space turkey.
I like that too. I like that's got a good start.
What would a space turkey sound like?
It's gotta be good.
What did the space turkey sound like?
Hubble, hubble, hubble.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's better than Google.
Yeah, there's the joke. Yeah, those are in tandem. They're excellent.
Boy, that seems like that took a really long
It
time.
did, but that's okay.
It was like smoking. It took 5 years off of our lives.
Hello, my name is Alexa. If you have a smart speaker and what to hear, Bob and Tom Radio, just say Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn. Now, you try it.
Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
That's the first smart thing you've said to me since you took me out of the box.
You know, one expression that I can't stand, and I don't know why we put up with it so much, is when people say no offense. Because literally 100% of the time they're about to insult you right after they say, there's never a time when it's not. And so I was, hanging out with my lady, and I got my hair dyed, and this particular dye that I used, I didn't think it looked any good. It looked unnatural, and I remember telling her, I don't know, I feel like it looks like I'm wearing a wig or something. And she goes, well, no offense, but why would anybody ever buy a wig that looks like that? And I was like, oh yeah, no, none taken. Why would I be offended to think that nobody wants the hair that I have on my head? But and then the other one, we went to a family reunion, and I remember on the drive back, I was like, I don't know if my brother's kids like me very much. And she goes, no offense, but why would they? There's just never a time when no offense ends well.
O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hello, Tom, on keyboards.
Tom, are you on London time? Are you still?
No, not really. I mean, I was only over there for 3 days. So
You could have stayed longer. You're allowed.
No, that's the only way to do it, really. To
Yeah.
make your vacation more hectic than your normal life. Is what,
Just travel.
like.
I mean, I didn't have to fly the plane. It was quite relaxing.
I really sleep on a plane pretty well. It's real strange. Once you get sleeping on the plane down, that's 75% of the battle.
Yeah.
On the way there. So you leave in the early evening and you arrive there and it's morning.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's what is it? Yeah, it was fine. It was good. I had a nice time.
Did you have shrimp, fish and chips? Shrimp. Did you have mushy peas?
I did not have any mushy peas.
Did you have sticky toffee pudding?
I did not have sticky toffee pudding.
Did you have a good meal? Good English meal?
The only picture from a restaurant they sent us was they went to get coffee.
That was it?
That was it. Yeah, that's the one that I saw.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I did. Something I forgot about it. No, I did get fish and chips.
Yeah.
And the fish had a head with a lot of teeth.
I saw that
and the tail.
Yeah, you sent me that. That was terrifying.
Yeah, it was big teeth. It was like a 8-inch, 10-inch long fish, and it was curled around, and it was
biting its own tail.
Yeah, that's true. With its tail and its mouth chomped down on it. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that.
Was it tasty?
It was good. A lot of bones. Got to eat around the bones.
Them bones.
Yeah, and of course you can't. Not even the English can ruin a French fry. It was delightful.
Did you see Olivia Colman or Nicola Walker or
Idris Elba maybe?
Jenny Allgutter or any of those big-time British stars?
No, I saw
Dame Judy. You see any Dame Judy?
Oh, Dame Judi Dench?
No, I saw a bunch of great American singers.
Did you see any of them damn dames? No?
Great American singers like Oasis. Did you go to the Oasis show?
No, they're not American. I saw Gracie Abrams, who's terrific.
She's great.
She's very good. Yeah.
And, tremendous. And then I saw, Noah Khan, who was tremendous. You can tell he kind of came up from the clubs because they were both so happy to be there.
Aww.
They were but he was talking to the audience like it was a nightclub, and it was in Hyde Park. the sound guys, amazing sound. You could hear, it was just he could chat to the audience and you could hear every word he said.
So this comedian, fresh-faced, full of optimism and ready to go, huh?
Comedian.
Yeah, I thought that's
He's
what
a
you
musician.
said.
Oh, sorry. If I said comedian, I
thought you said comedian.
Noah
Maybe.
Khan. Yeah, he's very funny though. Very funny guy.
He's great.
And
Never heard of him. I guess I better look.
His most
you'd
popular
like him,
song is
yeah.
called Stick Season, I think.
Season of the Sticks.
Yes, thank you. He's got a song called Homesick.
Dial Drunk.
He's killer, man.
Dial Drunk.
heard of him.
Dial Drunk is huge.
That is
Season
real
of the
good,
Sticks, I believe, is #1 in the world.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I don't listen to pop music much anymore. that the
Bob
kids are gone. Bob Burlington, Coat Factory, love that.
That's
Oh, so this was... so the little girls, they liked...
Yeah.
No, that's their
Then I
thing?
went to see. I'd never heard of her. What's her name?
I don't know.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh my God!
And,
Now I've heard of her.
yeah.
Did you go to the alternative part of Hyde Park?
What's that?
Hyde Park. I'll be behind the tree.
No.
I love that, Jeff.
No, there were. It was just me and 100,000 people.
Oh.
It was huge. I'd been there before to a concert. I saw the Great Humble Pie with Peter Frampton and Grand Funk Railroad when I was in high school there.
What was the portalet situation? How was that?
Oh, they were those.
That's how you judge a outdoor concert.
They're all they're like the giant trailers.
Mm-hmm.
They're cleaner than this building. They're
Like
great.
7 holers?
Oh no, like 40.
40 holers.
Yeah, they're huge trailers.
Never heard of such a thing.
Yeah,
Wow.
It was great. It was
All right.
really, really well done. They have big screens, the size of
A football field.
of outdoor movie theaters of drive-in theaters back in the day. They've got 5 of them.
Did you go to Harrods? Do a little shopping?
You got to go to Harrods.
I did not do any shopping.
Well, then you didn't go to
Did not buy anything, much to the dismay apparently of the coming back to America. And as an American can be really,
Yeah.
they were really pissy
Well,
at the
if I'm-
Philadelphia
Well, we've done a lot of things.
Philadelphia
I'm
airport.
TSA, I see you coming at me. I'm thinking nobody can be this white and safe. This guy is up to something. That's what I'm
We
thinking.
were at war with them. Don't remember. You know.
Yeah,
No, the English were fine.
They still.
They were great. Coming back to America, both the customs guy was pissy, and the TSA lady was a total bitch in Philadelphia.
Well, my buddy Maury and I went to Canada. I told you that we went into Canada, and Maury said, "This is this guy's first visit to Canada." And the Canadian border guard goes, "What's the matter? Don't you like us?" And then we went back to the USA, and he couldn't have been pissier. It was just a jerk.
Huh.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Yeah, you didn't catch any fish, huh? Well, I better check anyway. Open your trunk.
Why'd you go to England? I said, well, I was trying to foment revolution and have the English take over our country. Maybe it's 250 years too late, sir. But
I asked you that. Why did you go to London?
yeah, why'd you go to England? Real pissy.
I mean, they're working hard. They got a tough job. It's
And then when I got up there, there's one person going, go to anyone with a green light. Walk up to one with the green light. No, don't come here. You got a giant green light, you incredible ass. So I go to the next guy. I'm like, what the hell? It wasn't even crowded, and they were being dicks. But the woman at TSA, they've got to start posting the rules. And they're all. I get up there. Everything has to go in your suitcase.
Tom, it's Thunderdome. There are no rules.
No, it is. I'm actually with him on this one because every airport has different ones. Some shoes off, belt off. If you walk up there, you put your shoes in the thing, and the guy goes, "Hey, excuse me, your shoes stay on this time."
Oh, do they?
And I go, "Hey, you know what? You work here. I don't work here.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't go to TSA every day. If you got to get a little uniformity, put them up."
Well, and no offense, but you're of a certain age where you don't have to take your shoes off anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get up. She goes, everything has to go in your suitcase. Right. And I said, I got to put my phone in my suitcase. No. Then she reaches behind her because there were no bins or anything, and she gives me this like filthy dog bowl that goes in here. Well, as Willie says, hey, I don't work here. I don't know where you keep your dog bowls for the phones. I'm imagining 99% of the people that come through TSA are carrying one. Maybe you should have them out here where we can see them. And I noticed that you and your 5 friends are all sitting on your gigantic fat asses, not doing anything but talking.
There it goes.
So maybe you could, since
He wasn't fat, was he?
No, she.
Okay.
She was a fat bitch.
Oh, nothing worse than a fat woman.
If I were there,
Take it easy, man.
Nothing
We were
uglier than
all
a
having
fat
fun.
lady. I tell you.
Dog bowls and phones was such a good time,
Travel
man.
with Papa.
It was crazy.
Hey, Chunkles, could you get off your ass and come over here?
Oh, no, Chunkles doesn't cover it.
Really?
Oh, yeah, bigger than Sunkle.
Put down the Cinnabon.
Yeah.
God forbid a woman weigh more than 110.
Three bills?
kidding.
My goodness.
4 bills?
Oh, 3 minimum.
3 bill minimum.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not causing you to work might take you away from your break. I'm just saying, how about some uniformity? Maybe a couple of signs. I don't care. But other than that, it was fine. Then of course, I went to go urinate, and there was a guy once again in the stall, side saddle. I still can't figure why would anyone be sitting like this on a toilet?
Well,
makes no sense.
I tell you what, I start that way today from now on.
Good. You're going to side saddle it?
Side saddle, even at home.
You never know.
Isn't that called an English saddle? Isn't that the?
No, in
What is
English. A full English is they have a full English breakfast, don't they?
No, but I mean,
To ride English is not side saddle.
Okay, well, didn't the ladies ride side
Yes,
saddle?
they did.
Yeah, they didn't want their who on the saddle, right? Yeah.
No, they wore skirts. They couldn't get.
No.
Lady Godiva, did she go side saddle?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well, that would be.
Too busy giving away my patio.
That would be.
You know what? You don't have to look very far to find a smartass in this room, do you?
No, you don't.
Holy hell.
Well, hello.
Can we have a conversation? Like those people on Landman, those cowboys. Nobody says yes or no. Is that oil? Is that pump ready to go? Well, if it wasn't, it wouldn't be out there, would it? How about yes or no, you dick?
Yeah, just tell us what to do. That's all I ask.
Is it going to rain today?
Okay.
Oh, eventually.
I must say the TSA here, lovely and very nice. I don't know what happened in Philadelphia that everybody's so pissy, but I thought it was the city of brotherly love. Well,
only one section.
I must have missed something in the news.
Isn't that sarcastic, the brotherly love thing, I thought?
It is at this point.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. If you're just joining us, hello, how are you? Thanks for being here.
If you're an overweight TSA agent, though, you can move
Sorry
along.
we lost you as a listener.
We don't want you.
No, if you're that fat bitch in Philadelphia that everything goes in your suitcase, sir.
You gotta relax, man.
Fat
You gotta relax.
And well, how about some bins the way everyone else has it? You can put your stuff in the bin. And do I just
Why
toss
didn't they
my
have
phone?
bins?
Because they were behind her because she was busy chatting with her other fat friends. Probably talking. Probably talk about what they're going to do for their next break.
No. They're talking about food. No, they're talking about food.
Yeah.
Have you seen the automatic bins where you just set and then it sucks them back into the they don't even have to touch the bins anymore.
Yeah, but then you have to stand there. That's confusing because the new system, you have to stand there and wait till your bin goes all the way through before you can move. It's confusing.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just post some rules, will you? That's all I ask.
Yeah, but you've been known to miss a sign.
Yeah.
Or two.
Mm-hmm. There was no sign. Everyone was confused.
Everyone was complaining.
I mean, you walk up and you typically, I mean, most places you walk up to TSA and there are the bins right there.
Sure.
Right. I agree.
You couldn't see the bins for that fat bitch. That's the problem.
And then she throws the filthy dog food bowl. Put your phone in there. I don't want to put my phone in there. I've got to touch that thing.
Filthy dog food.
What'd you do? Poop in it and just wipe it out with a Kleenex?
Matter of fact, I think
a
cat might have used it to crap in.
Do you think they sterilize those bins each time
The
they're
line's
used?
long enough the way it is.
God, it would take forever.
I know this was the dog food bowl she gave me. You don't have to.
I know,
I'm not kidding. I didn't get a bin. I got a dog food bowl.
No, those bowls are everywhere. They have them at all TSA.
Yeah, well, this one looked like she'd wiped an elephant's ass with it and then threw it down at me.
Well, that's where she got her cereal.
Yeah, that's protocol. Hey, Artie, has this been elephant's ass yet? It's not ready for the line, then, is it?
I was so happy. You know, my dad, this guy, he doesn't get out enough, and he gets so stressed out with work, and I'm so glad he's going to go over to London.
Relax.
He's going to see his sister. How great is this?
Oh,
How was the
joy,
weekend?
joyful.
How was Jan? Great. But I got to talk about this big gal at TSA. Just gets fired up, man.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't think that's what he said. He said fat bitch.
So I think when you say it's a good time, I don't think I want to say that on air. I got enough problems as is. I don't need a video of me saying fat bitch on YouTube.
You do now.
I got it. It happened, didn't it?
I still want an explanation of the guy pooping sideways.
I really
I'll
think
bet you there's people that do it, and they're going to write us right now.
Sure.
I like my theory. He was having a big movement. He needed to hold on to the bar by the toilet.
Wow.
Who needs to hold on?
I don't know. He been on a motorcycle. He got it.
That's relief, though. I bet that guy felt great.
Yeah.
You know, there's a time, though, right before the relief that you don't know if you're going to make it. So-
Well, coming up in the news today, we have this is unbelievable. We have another story involving a radical cure for constipation.
Radical like crazy or radical like skateboarding?
Radical crazy.
Cool.
And nearly killed the guy.
Does it involve a live animal?
Yes, it does.
Are you kidding?
No, and
I was joking.
And it's not the first time. It's a part of a certain culture in Asia. It's one of the what is it, like a myth?
And now they're doing it for real.
Yeah, it's not good. We'll get to that coming up. We also have news about Ozzy. We have news about Oasis and their reunion tour getting off. We have Wimbledon coming up in the world of sports, so a bunch of stuff that happened in the UK over the weekend. Right now, it's time to check in with Chick McGee to find out about Simply Safe.
And you can find out about peace of mind. Simply Safe is a system that works to prevent break-ins from ever happening in the first place. I trust Simply Safe to protect my compound, have for years, and you should too. It's about security that is proactive, not just reactive. We use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Show. Most security systems only take action after somebody's already broken in and in your house. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection that helps stop break-ins before they happen. Simply Safe has AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents that detect suspicious activity around your property. And if someone's lurking, there's a lurker. Agents talk to them in real time. They can turn on spotlights, and they even call police, proactively deterring crime before it even starts. No contracts, no hidden fees with Simply Safe, and it was named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET. 4 million plus Americans trust Simply Safe, and their monitoring plans start around $1 a day with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Visit simplysafetom.com and claim this amazing offer, 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you, Chick McGee. When we come back, we'll get to a few letters. We'll discuss our various 4th of July adventures. If you had one, by all means, get to us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. From the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Like it, Gwen?
I liked it a lot. Yeah, it was better than the one you wrote about me. I'm not gonna
That was so last minute, and I feel bad.
I think the one about you
was a gift to you.
But he did a. Let's do it again. I want to get it right for her because we found out that now you have a what they call a day job.
Yes, I do have a day job.
And you're a wonderful person for doing this. And you are what?
I'm a nurse practitioner.
Nurse practitioner. So you do a lot of the heavy lifting in the realm of medical.
Yes, she does.
She's got a bag underneath the console down here, Pat. God knows what's in there.
Lot of tray panning equipment, a lot of lobotomy.
And your name is Gwen Sunkle.
Yes.
Which probably was hard growing up with a name like Sunkle.
Oh, absolutely.
Your friends probably gave you a rough time.
They did. They people would all the time be talking about me and say, Gwen's uncle. And it's like, who's Gwen's uncle? And why are we talking about him?
But you have a song for Gwen.
Well, I'm going to do a little verse, and then Tom Waits is going to come in. And
Ooh, I love Tom Waits.
Special something.
There we go.
Here we go. Gwen Sunkle, funnier than my drunken uncle. So funny, who would have thunkle? Oh, we're digging that Gwen Sunkle.
Oh, Gwen Sunkle. Oh, she's a nurse, healing the people down on the avenue.
Down on the avenue. Springsteen comes in. We're on the avenue with Gwen Sunkle. Take it, Tom.
I had a bottle of Jim Beam and now I'm drunk.
I told the East Street band, wait for Gwen. They said she's coming here at about 10. She's an NP, not an NA. Tom, take it away.
I'm gonna make Sunday from her brassiere.
because it's gonna be the Gwen Sunkle year.
It's Gwen Sunkle's year. Tom.
I love the sound of this.
I could have said panties, but I didn't.
My bra will hold more sun tea.
Tom Waits got fired.
Yes.
Halfway through, Tom Waits got fired. I don't know what happened. There's a new Tom Waits like there's a new Darren.
That's what you get for saying, go ahead, take it, Tom.
Yeah.
Should have said take it Waits.
I meant
Oh, you meant Tom Waits. I'm so sorry.
Griswold was on it, man.
I was ready.
He was.
Get behind her, twist her arm, say Sunkle.
Take it, Tom. Man, he did. It scared me. It scared all of us.
Yeah.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Authorities say a man's penis was bitten off and eaten by his dog.
Oh, why would this
Residents in the town of Hearn contacted police upon the dog's incessant barking coming from the man's home in the middle of the night. First responders broke down the door to find the dog's 66-year-old owner gravely injured and rushed him to the hospital.
My Vina.
The man's male member could not be found.
In the dog's
Officials
belly.
believe the man's dog, said to be about the size of a Jack Russell, bit off the man's member and ate it.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
So small. I believe we have a new singer here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
It's Herr Adolf Gulpenkaken.
Gulpenkaken.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. Adolf Gulpenkaken. Okay.
German, yes. Once again, this is about the doggy eating the schlong of this poor man.
His owner, yes.
I don't think the German would say schlong.
Well, that's more pre-1945. He thought it was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. That is why my doggy barked at me. He chomped on mein Wiener Pussenschachten. I've got nothing to hold on to when I pee. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Sir Adolf Frankendicken. Oh, that would be so nice. We call it money for summer. You can save it to the winter. Maybe it'll be worth $1,004 by then. I don't know. Interesting.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Willie Griswald,
Hey,
Pat
man.
Godwin, there's Christy Lee, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Closed circuit hello to Rob
Hey, Rob.
Rob, glad you're doing well. We appreciate you, and I'm glad that everything's working out for you. Long-time listener, dealing with a little bit of adversity, but hey, it's going great. I'm glad you're going to be healthy and happy. From Tilden, Nebraska. Thanks for listening, Rob, and hang in there. We're on your side, of course, and hope you're doing great. Now, we have other letters with lots of other topics. Chick McGee, do you have one over there you want to share?
I do have, Dear Tom. Good morning, Bob and Tom Show. I went to my grandson's T-ball game on Saturday, but left early. No scoreboard. Now, Tom, would you care to explain how the scoreboard has become top of mind for Bob and Tom Show listeners?
I was just saying that in the world of contemporary professional sports.
Now, be fair, you weren't just saying. You were simply amazed.
Oh, you couldn't believe it.
The scoreboard and everything.
The quality, we're so used to what we've got now, you forget. For example, I went to a concert in Hyde Park, London over the weekend, and the level of video and sound is amazing. We've come to expect it. You know, they have gigantic screens, and you can see everything, and the sound quality is amazing. But back in the day, you go to see a band, and they'd have their amps on stage, no PA, and it was a different world. And you'd go to a ball game, and the scoreboard had the score, and that was it. Now, the scoreboard has got everything.
And I think they found.
Go ahead.
Just the bigger the scoreboard is, the more room for advertisements.
Right. That's true. But they've had this for 40 years, 30 years.
Not at the level they have it now.
Tom went to a WNBA game and came back and told us, you can't believe they have a scoreboard.
No, that is not what it's like. You can't believe.
No, that is exactly what
No, you can't believe the scoreboard they do. They're playing. Put it this way, I can remember
videos.
I remember in the early days, 30 years ago, of the big screens in stadiums. It was like an Etch-a-Sketch. You know, the pixels were a square foot. No, they were. You could be. There's a shadow there. I mean, now it's so amazing, and they've got all different stats, and it's great. And I'm asking, how soon are we going to have the floor at an NBA game be electric and show all kinds of ads and whatever? I think that's going to be next. They can do that now.
Yeah, but that distracts the players. So
No. It would be
just on TV.
Oh,
like
I
at
see.
home.
I see what you're saying.
No, or they could only do it during breaks or something. Who
Right.
knows?
Oh, right.
They're going to do it. It's like for years they said, they're never going to put advertisements on the jerseys. Oh, yeah. Wait till the checks start coming in. But, yes, so I'm sorry. So your friend had to leave the game because there wasn't a quality scoreboard. With
No scoreboard, Tom. He had to leave. Yep. Had it.
Okay.
I don't blame him.
All right. Now, back to the letters. I think I'll save this for when Josh gets back. Got this from the text line. I had the same experience at the Philadelphia airport coming back in from Spain. Exactly. I felt like I didn't belong in my own country. Yeah. I don't know why they're so pissy. Here's my passport. I was just doing a little bit of traveling.
You should have heard what he was talking about off the air in the break room.
Oh, really?
During the commercials. Yeah, he's really mad.
Yeah, when I went through TSA in Philadelphia, they were really rude and crappy to me and everybody else. All you have to do is tell us what you want us to do, folks.
Do you think are we doing this right now? Do you think someone's going to hear this and call you personally going, Tom, I'm so sorry.
No.
I can speak for TSA Philly. We can clear this up today.
Well, I can clear it up. Get rid of fat ass and get someone there who's got some manners. Maybe put a sign up going.
Well, now, wait a minute. Hang on. Willie might be onto something. How about like $1,000 as a sorry? Why not? You know? Apologies come in the form of dollars, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
All right.
Now,
dear Tom.
Yes.
I thought you might like this guy. I think he is cool, says Susan. He's on a baseball team called the Texas Tailgaters, and they play the Banana Land, which is the most popular live event in the history of the world. Do you know what Banana Land is? They all have fun, and they have different rules for baseball. And
The Savannah Bananas?
The Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, of course.
Well, there's a guy on the Texas Tailgaters who bats on a unicycle. And he runs to first base on the unicycle.
And that leads to a story.
There you go.
In the news. We have a story about Red Panda.
Oh, yeah.
What is the animal, the red panda?
No.
The electric halftime performer, Red Panda.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't she an elder kind of
Popular halftime performer Red Panda fractured her wrist after a fall during a WNBA game. Red Panda, whose real name is Wrong New.
R-O-N-G, wrong. That's her name. I'm not saying you got it right.
You got it right, wrong.
All of a sudden, I'm in a Abbott and Costello bit.
You got Ms. Wrong right.
Well, what's her name?
Wrong.
I'm asking you what her name is.
Wrong.
Stop chastising me. I need
She
to know her
fell
name.
off her 8-foot-tall unicycle and crashed to the court during halftime of the WNBA Commissioner's Cup, which the Indiana Fever won, pounding the Minnesota Lynx.
By the way, I spotted this story on the International Newswire while on an airplane flying over the ocean.
Oh, it was a big story. I saw it over the weekend, too. Yeah. No, everybody was talking about Red Panda.
I evidently Red Panda makes a living, I guess.
She's great.
I don't know.
She's very
And whatever you
and she's beloved, and Caitlin came out to help her. And
This might be the single saddest sentence in entertainment. Red Panda's agent, Patrick Figley.
I say, Mr. Figley?
Said the fall, Figley said, it was caused by part of a unicycle being damaged during transit. We're going to find restitution, I can assure you that.
Probably the lady in Philadelphia's fault.
That's fat. And Philly dropped her unicycle.
Busted her left pedal.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, Skip Bayless accused this lady of faking it, by the way. Oh, yeah.
Skip Bayless?
All the drama.
Yeah,
Are you
fractured
joking?
her wrist.
That is such a good joke. Is that a joke or is that real?
That's a joke.
I just can't know because he is such a jerk. I can't tell.
he is such a jerk.
Every time everybody goes, that fake.
I don't understand why people are listening to him. He's not on any show now. He's just online, I guess. On his anyway.
Anyway, it's she's beloved, and I'm a huge fan of the halftime shows and the scoreboards. Yes.
Sure. Which way you going, beloved or beloved? Which way you going?
Beloved. Mm-hmm.
Beloved.
I guess they're both fine. I don't really give it much thought.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. That was
Ellen DeGeneres says she does a great bit about it in her special.
Beloved and beloved?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that right?
Yep, sure does. What, you got a text? What's going on?
No, my new thing is WhatsApp.
Oh, God.
Why are you on what? Who do you think's going to steal your messages, man?
No.
That's because you can. It's
WhatsApp is for overseas
and for cheating.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
Cheating.
No,
there's no difference.
You guys, you got to be smarter than that. If you're going to cheat, you cheat in like a Words with Friends or a chess app, something that has a messaging feature, but you don't think of as a messaging feature. That's where you want to go for
I'm going to go ahead and ask him, are you seeing a woman? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
To communicate with my nieces Daisy and Poppy and Jan and Andrew, I have to do it on a WhatsApp.
That works too.
You can't do it on. You can if you do it with an American texting service, they'll get it 3 weeks later.
Traveled overseas.
Trust me.
That's right. It's got to go up to the satellite and add another continent. So,
well, no, I couldn't. No, it's actually. I'm glad I switched over because I had indicated, where I was going to be arriving. Blah blah blah. That none of them got the messages.
Well, you know who? Yeah,
that'll. So I'm
fat lady in Philly.
I'm warning you. We got to get a name for her.
Jesse, anything to stop saying Fat B.
I'm leaning toward Denise. How about that?
Cheesesteak Susie.
Sorry, Denise was really good, but Cheesesteak Susie.
That's good.
That was inspiring.
I think you would need something more elaborate. That will be
Extra Whiz.
Cheesesteak Chauncey.
Good old Extra Whiz over there.
Maybe like a Crampolina.
We'll get Extra Whiz at the TSA.
Crampolina?
Crampolina might be your name. We'll catch up with all these things. We have more letters from you coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Fish and worms, fish and worms. Everybody's wishing they had fish and worms. Find them in the backyard, underneath a rock. Slip them in your sandwich, put them in your socks. Fish and worms. Do your English homework. Underline a word, circle direct object, and transitive verb with a fishing worm. Fishing worm. Well, my big sister, she don't care for my fishing worm. Big ones, little ones, they give her the creeps, whatever it's. I go put a couple in the blender. Now she's looking at me with bated breath. Ooh, from eating fishing worms. Fishing worms. Everybody's wishing they had fishing worms. Find them in the backyard underneath some leaves. Make them little dresses. Just leave off the sleeves. Fishing worms. Fishing worms. Fishing worms.
Yeah. When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Oh, how I do get sentimental about me carefree days as a lad. We never had toys that were store-bought. We would improvise with things that we had. We made forts out of cardboard boxes. Yardsticks were swords or were spears. But of all these things, none gave the hours of fun like me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. It was of the finest label, canvas, lace, and stainless cable. Me mother's gigantic brassiere. Yeah! Oh, I leapt from the roof of the garage, though I was but 6 or 7 years. Oh, I would have broke me back, but I clung fast to the straps of me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Wing nuts, cleats, and spoiler, brass grommets, and cup holder on me mother's gigantic brassiere. We tied the bra between 2 trees. The neighbor boys, they did declare. We ended the attack with 6 pumpkins and 2 cats flung from me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Delicate flower appliques, 8-track tape and safety chains on me mother's gigantic brassiere. One time we used it to slow down our dragster or parasail behind our boat. Then there was the time it was used to airlift an injured skier off a treacherous mountain slope. But most I think of my father's pride when wash day it was done, as he hoisted it up the telephone pole to billow in the sun. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. With an awning and screen door, could sleep 2 family of 4. It's me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Reinforced hydraulic winch, reflective tape, and 3-point hitch on me mother's gigantic brassiere.
Telephone. I believe we have the author of the Big Butter Jesus song, Haywood Banks.
That is correct.
Hi, Haywood. How are you?
Good.
No.
Sure, you've been up all night.
You know, somebody called me at 2:30 in the morning. Hey, did you know that Big Butter burned down? Yeah. Couldn't you call me at like 9?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that we spoke yesterday, and I know that you had hundreds of phone calls.
Unbelievable.
And we also were talking, and you have written a new verse.
I have a new verse
Now, I ask, is it going to be possible for you to play it over the phone?
You can dare ask, yeah.
I'm anticipating the dropping of a phone. Do you have the phone crooked in your shoulder?
Some lyrics. I will rest it on the arm of the chair here.
All right. Okay, well, give us a test.
Okay.
Put it down and then come back.
La, 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 la.
That's not
Not bad.
Well, not bad. That's, I guess, a perfect spot for it.
In fact, maybe we could have you do our show this way from now on.
We can only dream.
Well, okay. Now, are you just going to do the? We just heard the song. Are you just going to do the new verse?
Yeah, I'll play the last verse. The new verse. I call this the epilogue or the epilogue.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. One night, Big Butter got hit by lightning, and it burned to its frame wire in a giant grease fire. Some blamed it on Satan, and boy, that would be frightening. But I think it's Jesus' Father that's in charge of the light. Big fireball Jesus, inflammable Jesus, oh charbroiled Jesus, whoop-a Jesus, oh extra crispy Jesus, bananas Foster's.
9.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick.
Willie Griswald here. There's Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee. Dave Dyer here later this morning.
Dave.
Much later. I'm Chick McGee. We're busting balls. Come on. That's what we do. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. It's great to be back. Great to be back in the USA. We had big weekends all over the place. Pat, did you have anything exciting happen to you over the weekend? You watch some fireworks?
No. I recorded with Alan for 4 days in a row. Had a blast.
Now,
pickleball. I played pickleball.
You played pickleball?
Yeah. Hurt my leg.
Yeah.
Was there a scoreboard?
There was a huge scoreboard. Amazing.
Replaying your shots?
Playing my shots?
Was the scoreboard replaying when you'd have a good shot? You'd look up and.
Did you play pickleball to hopefully become romantically connected with someone playing?
I was trying to reconnect with someone I was romantically involved with and play a little pickleball.
Reconnect.
Get back on track.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Went well.
Right.
Good.
Had a blast.
Really?
Buddy.
So in the next part involved
hamstring.
Pull the hamstring.
I pulled a hamstring.
Anything else get pulled? Either your
my pork got pulled.
Pulling pork.
At barbecue.
Subtle.
We went at barbecue. We had nowhere to eat it because someone stole my porch, my porch furniture. But
You are so full of it.
I love it.
Let's move forward here.
Well, we can't. Christy took
let's see, where were we? Oh, we were. Are we entering the world of sports? Is that what's happening over there?
Yes, we're entering. We're walking right through the front door. Carlos Escape from Alcaraz has stretched his Wimbledon winning streak, skein, if you will, to 18 matches. Returned to the quarters. He pursues his third title in a row at the All England Club. Alcaraz beat number 14, a Russian man, 6'7", 6'3".
Well, at least give it a shot. Like Kolechko,
Andre
Klitsky.
Hang on, Rubadubba.
Rub it.
Andre Rubadubba.
That's not how you say it.
And now let's get to our favorites, the women.
Yep.
Taylor Fritz against number 17, Karen Koch.
Huh?
Got to be careful with that one.
Kachanov. And top-ranked Arina Sabalenka against Anastasia Yachenka. Pavly Yachenka.
Yachenk, E-N-K, right?
And Laura Sigmund. Laura Sigmund, who says it's her mom's fault. all reached the women's quarter. And during the Wimbledon Championships, fans every now and then, they, of course, have a Pimm's. That's a beer in England. A Pimm's. I'll have a Pimm's.
Pimm's Cup.
They also
it's
have
not really a beer.
A glass of champagne, as it is customary part of the courtside experience.
What about
according to an Australian umpire, John Bloom, warned the crowd against popping the bottle during the match, and it's gone viral as the most British announcement people have ever heard. Here's what it sounded like at Wimbledon.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you could avoid opening bottles of champagne when the players are about to serve.
Oh, come on. I love that. It's warm. It's the most Wimbledon warning you've ever heard.
Please. One more time. Listen for the pop, the very plain pop of champagne right at the beginning.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you could avoid opening bottles of champagne when the players are about to serve.
Oh, come on. I love that. It's warm. It's the most Wimbledon warning you've ever heard.
That's hilarious.
Come on, it's warm. Yeah, that's going to cool you off, a nice cold glass of champagne.
You share your hole. I'm drinking champagne.
Was it hot in England?
About 110.
No, not too bad. It had been extremely hot. I know in Paris it was over 100 degrees last week.
You know where it did get hot, though?
Where?
TSA in Philly.
Oh, yeah.
Got real.
Got heated.
Yeah.
Heated. What'd she say to you? Put it in there and threw the dirty dog bowl at
She said,
you?
everything has to go in your suitcase.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, so I've got to put my phone in there now?
None of us we haven't brought this up at all. Is there any chance he's completely in the wrong in this situation?
Of course he
is. He on the phone while he's walking through?
No.
Sorry, I'm on WhatsApp texting Janny. You don't know. Anyone witnessing, everyone looked at each other like, what the hell?
Judging by how upset he is, I think this woman was a touch rude.
There were no, and then they threw the dog ball at me. Your phone goes in there. Okay, I would have put it in there if there'd been one sitting here, or maybe a bin or something. I don't know.
Why couldn't you see the dog bowls?
Because they were behind her big fat ass. and her three employees, none of whom were doing anything. So, by the way, Pimm's is a Pimm's Cup.
There you go.
It's not a beer. It's the signature cocktail.
Got it right.
Lemonade.
Manager Dave Martinez and General Manager Mike Rizzo have been fired by the Washington Nationals after their 6th consecutive losing season. Why'd they wait so long? And Kevin Durant, he got traded again. Houston Rockets official, it's a record-setting deal. Got approved by the NBA yesterday as part of a 7-team transaction.
Oh, my goodness.
Who wants to hear all the details?
Don't care. Please, let's do it.
Me either. Really? Okay. It involved Phoenix, Houston, Atlanta, Minnesota, Golden State, Brooklyn, and the Lakers. It includes a total of 13 players. The headline moves include Durant going to Houston from Phoenix, the Rockets sending Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks to the Suns, and the Rockets getting Clint Capella, who hates instruments, from
middle initial A.
That's right. Hates the instrument. WNBA yesterday, Vegas, Minnesota, and Seattle winning. And on the 4th of July, Joey Chestnut reclaimed his title as Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. Organized gluttony. Joey consumed 70 and a half hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Win his 17th mustard belt. He's 41 years old. He fell short of the all-time record he set in 2021. 76 hot dogs and buns. Wieners and buns.
He said he was going to go for the record this year.
Yeah.
I wish I ate a couple more, Joey said to the crowd.
Yeah, but he slaughtered the competition.
I'll be back next year.
They couldn't catch up.
Just on Miss
thank you. Couldn't catch up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
couldn't catch up, you see.
We relished it.
You relish that joke?
Can we listen to you thank yourself again? Because you hit the drum. Anyway.
I didn't touch anything.
Defending champion in the women's division, Miki Sudo, won her 11th title. She ate 33 hot dogs.
Vastly inferior.
That's crazy. I went to a Cubs game last week. I ate 3 hot dogs, and I got a headache immediately. It's a lot of sodium. It's a lot going on.
30.
Once you get past 3.
Sodium and the nitrogen.
I did the math on this. Based on, I think this is fair, 300 calories for the average hot dog. That means that Joey consumed over 21,000 calories of hot dogs in 10 minutes.
How was he not weighing like the TSA lady in Philly. Why doesn't he weigh 500 pounds?
Because he probably doesn't eat for the rest of the week.
And he's a nice gentleman, and he's a nice guy, as opposed to that bitch. Okay, sorry. Now, how do you think the parties are after the
Nathans?
After the Nathans thing, because they can't all go, well, you want to go get something to eat? Or do they hey, you want to go for a couple of beers?
I bet he doesn't party after.
Yeah.
How much time has to pass before it's legitimate?
To vomit? I forget, but there is.
Instead of vomit. Yeah, I think there is a time you can vomit, yeah.
Oh, do they vomit
you
after
think
a
you
while?
would?
I don't think he does.
I would.
You don't think he does?
21,000 calories of nitrates and salt? That's got to be crazy.
I have a suggestion for them if they want to make a little bit of extra money.
Oh, okay.
Hear me out on this.
Okay.
Now, what do they do during the Super Bowl when it looks like they're going to win? What do they do to the coach?
Gatorade.
Yeah.
They dump Gatorade all over him, right? Pepto-Bismol, maybe?
Yeah.
The winner?
Why not ketchup or mustard? Or?
Well, whoever would pay, in other words, whoever's going to pay for it.
All right.
So if the Pepto-Bismol people, and this is $1 million idea.
You know what? The mood you're in, I'm going to go, yes, it is $1 million idea. You're right.
I'm telling you, next year, if they did that and didn't say anything and then dumped a giant thing of Pepto-Bismol on them, that story would be everywhere.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Again, the Joey Chestnut story, I'm on the airplane, International Newswire. There it is, right there, in one of the lead stories in sports, right after the thing about Wimbledon and Jennifer Klitsky, whatever her name was. So there you go. Well, congratulations, Joey. Good friend of the show.
Well, Joey, the Nathan's Hot Dogs always the number one because other than baseball, there's nothing else going on.
But as you said, though, there was to use your English, controversy.
Controversy.
Oh, I see. Yes, controversy. You emphasize the trov.
The champagne cork? Oh, no.
No, the controversy was that, am I getting this right? In the previous year, he didn't do it because he had to deal with some...
Oh, you're talking about Joey Chestnut?
Yeah.
He went to a different...
he was with Impossible Foods, but just their hot dogs.
Yeah, he had to get back in.
Yep.
So he's back. So it's...
in the saddle again.
Yes, I see, because he's back in the big leagues again. So we'll look forward to seeing Joey here in the studios. Now, coming up, do we have more sports?
We'll see.
Okay, good.
I like to surprise.
So what we're going to do, when we come back, we'll have what we come back with.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
And then we'll do that as soon as we return. That's
Okay,
exactly
so when we get back here, we'll be here again.
Right.
Okay, we're trying to clarify this.
But first,
a word about BetterHelp. This is a great program. It's a way to access therapy online. It can be extraordinarily helpful. Maybe you have workplace stress. I look around here. Every once in a while, I can see people, they got their emails piling up. They're worried about the one meeting a month we have. I don't want to go to the meeting. So maybe you're stressed out for other reasons. Perhaps the constant criticism.
Yeah, that's one.
Just because I'm a little overweight, Tom yells at me, called me a fatty. I'm not going to the damn meeting.
Okay, well,
bring it down the hall. You're a fat
Okay. The larger point here is...
Okay.
The larger point here is therapy can be extraordinarily helpful, whatever issue you might want to talk about. And the best way to access therapy is kind of newer. It's been around for several years. And the beauty of this is the therapy's done online. So you can do it with your phone, wherever you want to be, or you can do it with your laptop, whatever it might be to access it. And the largest online therapy provider in the world is BetterHelp. They have a variety of mental health care professionals with, by the way, a diverse variety of areas of expertise. So if you want to talk about a particular thing, they'll try to hook you up with someone. By the way, if that doesn't work out, you can switch therapists anytime. No additional fees are involved. Unwind from work, if you will, among other things, with BetterHelp. Bob and Tom Show listeners can get 10% off their first month by going to BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Get rid of the stigma. It's okay to get counsel, to get therapy, to talk to someone. Can be extraordinarily helpful. Once again, BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we have a very fine guest, firefighter, comedian Dave Dyer will be joining us. Also, updates on Ozzy, updates on Oasis, and updates on Are You Left-Handed? interesting lefty news coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Scientists used magnetic resonance imaging to measure the activity of the brain's emotional center when listening to a pianist in real time.
When listening to a penis in real time.
A pianist.
I can hear the ocean.
When did they change that, by the way?
What?
It was always pianist growing up. Now it's pianist, isn't it?
Probably
growing up.
What?
Oh, never mind.
I saw one on a horse. That was the first time I saw one. And it was like.
The first time I saw a horse, I thought, my God.
And then they also.
What's
the old joke? No, I said a 5-inch pianist.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
What? No, what's the joke where the guy's in the bar and there's this little 6-inch kid? What? This is 6-inch running around tipping over everybody's drinks. I don't want this guy's a 6-inch dick.
Oh, that one I've
Oh, you never heard that one?
They listen.
No, that's not the joke. You've got it completely wrong.
Let me tell you something. That's the joke. Okay? That is absolutely.
We all know nobody tells a joke like Chick.
What the hell's going on? The bartender said. I wished for a 6-inch.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right?
There's a little guy playing a piano.
No, he's not playing the piano.
Yeah.
No, he's running up and down the bar, knocking over drinks.
There are two jokes here.
He's being a real dick.
One is about a 5-inch pianist, and the other is about a 6-inch. Yeah.
Oh, as I live and breathe, ladies and gentlemen.
You got a joke told.
I'll never forget these
Dr. Tom Whiskey.
these 3 really little fellas.
Yeah, 3 of them.
A little tiny.
Oh, real tiny. How tiny would you say?
They're called little people.
Yes.
And that first one steps up and he goes, you know something? I bet I have the smallest hands in the world.
Oh.
Wow.
Can you use one of your hands to
turn your music down?
That really help us out.
Ace, for God's sake, turn down the music.
Not Ace. You ding dong.
And so he sends it off to the Guinness Book of World Records people.
Uh-huh.
And he gets back a letter saying, you, sir, have the smallest hands in the world. It's official. This next little fella.
Congratulations.
This next little fella, and he's about this big. Yay high.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like up to your knee, Josh. This is a small man.
Yeah, very small.
He goes, you know, I have the world's smallest feet. So they pack up that letter. They send it off to those Guinness World Record folks.
Oh.
And they send it back a letter saying, sir, you officially have the smallest feet in the world.
All right.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
And third fella says, how about I have the world's smallest male member?
Oh.
So they take some photographs with a ruler and stuff, and they send it off to the Guinness Book of World Record people. And they want to get it validated, and they're all sitting there at the bar, and the mail comes back, and it's got Guinness there on the outside. Oh, this is going to be it. I'm going to be validated to get that record. So the guy, he takes that envelope, he opens her up, and he looks at the thing, and he goes, I have the world's second smallest penis in the world.
Oh, no. Really?
Who the hell is Chick McGee?
Okay. All right. Okay. Very nice. I had not heard that. That joke had not entered into any of the jokes.
No. It wasn't anywhere
we were talking about.
It was a true story from the Old West.
Yes.
There's no easy way to say this, so I'm just going to say it. Kay, it's over. We have to break up. I'm breaking up with you. I have met somebody else. It's just better for me. Java House, peel and pour pods. I mean, you peel, all right? You pour the Java House cold brew into a cup of hot water, and in less than 10 seconds, voila. Amazingly smooth, barista quality. You don't have this. And you're a lot of work. Frankly, it shouldn't be this much work. I've stuck by you. You know that. When you were broke, it's not easy to say, but I just have to tell you, you're gross. Java House offers me so much more, not just coffee, teas, energy drinks. I appreciate you taking this as well as you are. I was worried you'd be all steamed up about this. That's disappointing. Perhaps I gave you too much credit. It's over, and I'm keeping the cats.
Java House, amazingly smooth cold brew coffee. Enjoy barista quality coffee in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. It's effortlessly easy. In fact, the hardest thing about Java House, well, that'll be figuring out which one of their many great beverages to try next.
You don't have to watch this.
Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of The Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, it's Josh Arnold from The Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Chick McGee.
You got to turn turn the beep on your phone.
Went again.
There's a switch on the side.
Yeah, it says, there is a switch.
Sorry.
So put it on vibrate.
I want you to know that if any of you have your phone on, you'll be dealt with.
Interrupting the show like
quickly and severely. We're on the air. Okay.
Do people not know you're working right now?
No, hang on a second.
First day doing radio.
Let me explain how radio
Did you say, hang on a second? Were you stopping us from criticizing you for your phone being on?
Sorry. I was on a plane for 16 hours yesterday. I'm a little bit
nobody cares.
Jet lagged.
16 hours? No,
You know
you were traveling for 16 hours.
Yeah, no, I left the hotel. It would have been 7.
Yeah, but you weren't on a plane.
It would have been 2 in the morning here when I left.
The lady at TSA is starting to come into clearer focus the longer you talk. I almost understand.
I'm siding with her now.
I get her.
Very comfortable flight.
Send her a Cinnabon.
Thank you, American Airlines. Yeah, send her some more food so she can get fatter so no one can see what the signs say.
Oh, my God. She was blocking the signs.
There were no signs. I'm
with
just
her
saying.
size.
Just saying, for God's sake. People, we're all confused. We don't work. As Willie said, I don't work at TSA. And everyone, it seems like they all make up their own rules. So shoes on, shoes off, hats on, hats off. Everything has to go in.
They're not messing with my hat.
Everything has to go in your bag, whatever.
We've all flown with a comedian who refuses to take his shoes off.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Really?
You know who that is.
Oh, is that Hastings?
Yes.
God, what an idiot.
I'm not taking my shoes off.
I was standing right behind him when the TSA guys, do you have anything in your pockets that we should be aware of? And he said, Drew, quick as anything, whatever you could find.
If you're behind someone in line at TSA and they start yelling about the Constitution, it's going to take you a longer time to get through.
No kidding.
This is against my rights.
Now, once again, I was in the Philadelphia airport. And I, after dealing with the incredibly rude immigration guy, welcome back to your country. I'm going to be all pissy about letting you back in. Okay, great.
Immigration man.
But I had to go to the bathroom, and I walked in. I told you this before. I could see, as I walked in, I wasn't looking, but I couldn't help but notice there was a guy sitting side saddle on a toilet. I still don't understand this. Now, Willie, I think, may have the best explanation. He was in the pooping position, if you will, but facing the side because his feet were clearly.
Yes.
And your thought, Willie, is one?
I think he's holding the bar that's there for folks that need it. He's holding the bar. He's bracing for dear life so he can do his business. Again, I don't know. I got pushed into even having this theory. I didn't want to have this theory. But Psycho started talking, so now we got to figure something out. I think he's holding it. He's pretending that it's a little, it's like a little
Maybe
motorcycle.
he was doing squats.
Vroom, vroom. Could have been doing squats.
Yeah. You don't know. He could have been working out.
Could you tell if he was a large man? Was he a
I didn't stick around.
He wasn't a big fat bitch, was he? Was he a big fat bitch?
Did it smell bad?
I hastened. I peed as quickly as possible, and then.
Are you ever in the men's room and there's just deafening gas sounds coming from one of the stalls?
I'll tell you what, though, I had to.
Do you laugh?
I had something I haven't done in years. I actually I had to do a major transaction on the plane.
Oh,
no one does that.
I am in the presence of greatness. I don't know how you did that.
And then, of course, the one thing you want to happen is you don't want to be in there, and all of a sudden you hear, we've got the seatbelt tied on now, and oh, God.
Who cares? You got time.
That's called dropping a fuselage.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be in there sitting down, and all of a sudden, because you read about these things where the planes drop 10,000 feet. And
that'd be bad.
People are scraped off the ceiling. You don't want to be mid-transaction.
Oh.
But so I sat down, and I don't know what I did. I didn't touch anything. I sat down, and it flushed itself. While I was sitting there, I thought I was going to get sucked out of the plane because it ejects it, right? It just shoots it up the side.
Didn't you hear about that? Didn't you hear about that one guy? His anus prolapse from the suction of the toilet on one of those American Airlines.
Yeah, prolapsed anus.
Yep, right out the chute.
Are you saying it ejects it? I never knew that. Is it ejected?
I don't know what it does. I don't want to know.
No, that's what trains used to do.
Oh.
Okay. You ever been ride on an old train and you'd flush it and you could see the tracks going by?
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Dump out onto the tracks.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
You guys grew up in the Old West.
Oh, yeah.
That's real?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was a school marm. Yep.
But doing a major transaction, and then of course you're concerned. Okay, now when I come out of this bathroom, because there's going to be someone waiting in line.
Oh, yeah.
And then you don't want to make eye contact because then you're going to be the guy that you're going to be the guy that
worried about
wrecked the bathroom. Hey, the guy in 5A.
Whoa!
Have
you ever done that on a plane? Come out of the bathroom and go, "Do not go in there." You ever do that?
Well, fortunately, since the seatbelt light was on, then I didn't want to get scolded by the flight attendants.
Have you ever been told? You ask, "Can I?" Even though the seatbelt light's on, you ask, "Can I go to the restroom?" And they say no. Most of the time they say yes, but I've had someone say no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were great though. American Airlines, love you. It was tremendous. Great flight.
That was great.
Yeah, they were terrific.
Yeah.
Every aspect of it was wonderful.
What about the TSA in Philadelphia?
Once again, she had a problem. And again, the immigration, come on, God, they were just
Do you have
nasty.
global entry?
That's what you need.
Yeah.
You got to drive like 200 miles to get it, but yeah.
All I know is I presented a fresh, clean American passport with my photograph on it. Why'd you leave the country? Well, of course, I'm trying to foment a revolution, of course, declaring unity and love for Great Britain.
Ooh, don't be a smart
I did that once.
No, I didn't.
No sense of humor, huh,
What
Pat?
would have been okay for them to say as you came back into the country?
Hi,
Welcome
how are you?
home.
Just nothing. You don't have to get all mad. Why'd you go out of the country? I don't know. Maybe to see relatives. Last time I checked, it was still legal.
They ask you that every time, and they ask everybody that. It's not just you. They say, "Hey, what were you doing over there?
No,
Business or
but he
pleasure
didn't say
kind
it
of
like
thing?"
that. He said it real mean.
He said it
real mean.
Yes, and you would
Hey,
know.
Pat! He said it real
He said
mean.
it hurt my feelings.
Now, the last time... No,
Like you're ratting to your teacher.
The last time I came in...
That man mean.
The last time... Remember this? I told you this story. The last time I came back in, the guy started laughing. I was coming in from the Bahamas, and the guy looked at my passport, and he goes, "Sir, this is the worst passport photo I have ever seen. I'm going to bring it in. In that photograph, I look darker than Ace."
I thought it went the other way. And you were pale, like the guy from Bill and Ted.
I'll bring in the old passport.
How's the new photo? Glamour shot?
Oh, the new photo is amazing. My buddy Sean took it at FedEx.
Gorgeous.
Lighting.
Sean.
He did the lighting and
Sean
makeup.
does fine work.
Sean's a master.
He's amazing.
He's my main man.
He's your best friend now, isn't
Are
he?
you wearing a hat in the photo?
No. You can't wear a hat in the photo. But you can't wear, I forget.
Well, a mask.
No, you can't wear white shirts. You have to wear I don't know. In my
It has to be on a white background.
Yeah, white background.
On ski masks.
Yeah.
You remember Bobcat's driver's license? He wore the really bad toupee, and they let him keep it. He insisted on that. That was his hair, and I think it's still right now. It's still on his driver's license. Yeah.
See, that's just eventually going to get you in trouble.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You're going to get pulled over, and suddenly you're going to get frisked. They're going to do an anal search, and
yeah, because when you get pulled over on the highway, they start with your ass.
Every time.
What's wrong with
How many
you?
drinks have you had? Well, let's check your ass.
Well, you can do the breathalyzer,
Yeah,
the blood.
you could.
But the most accurate reading is right out
don't
of the
refuse the
old
ass.
chute.
now you were talking about Wimbledon,
Yes, I was.
and you mentioned the Pimm's Cup.
Yeah.
This says it's the British answer to sangria.
There you go.
Do you remember when sangria was everywhere?
Yes.
No.
Is that Riunite? Sangria?
I don't. Do you ever?
No, it's
Riunite
like
on
a red
ice.
wine
Yes,
with fruit.
wine and fruit. Yeah.
wine and
Was that a thing at parties for you in college?
No, we learned about it in Spanish class, and we did
That's
a
big in Spain
non-alcoholic
still.
version of it in Spanish class when I was like in the 8th
Because
grade.
that used to be every party you'd go to. The sangria was a big, big deal.
You know, we did in college. It was called Jungle Juice, and it was Everclear mixed with orange juice, pineapple juice. You had Squirt, the soda Squirt
sure.
to it,
Yeah.
and then half a bottle of grenadine. That will get the job done,
boy.
boys.
That gets you there fast.
Pim's Cup. Isn't Pim's like a citrus liqueur or something? Yeah.
Yeah, it says it's like gin.
It's very British.
Don't you mix that up in the bathtub? What you were mixing up?
No, we would just get like a big, someone would have like all their summer clothes in a big crate. We'd take that, we'd wash it out with a hose, and we just dump a bunch of stuff in there. It was fun, man.
This says Pimm's #1 cup. The base spirit is gin, herbal, citrusy, slightly spiced, 25% ABV. Invented by James Pym.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
ABV.
What's the percentage?
25%.
Oh, that'll get the job done.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
A little less than wine.
And the other thing at Wimbledon is the strawberries and
Cream.
right?
I do not know.
And champagne, apparently.
Oh, wait a minute. I got a story for you. I forgot about this one.
Okay.
Walk out of my hotel, walk 50 feet to the right, and there was a great smoothie place. Next to that was a coffee place.
Yeah.
Now, I want to see if, Christy, you'll remember this. Do you remember Civet Coffee?
Oh, yeah, with the cat.
Yeah.
Where they digest the coffee beans and then
Poop them out.
poop them out and they make coffee from it.
They have.
Did you have it?
They had Civet Coffee, and once again, if you you're going to have to look it up because you're not going to believe me. The civet is some kind of cat, and I think it's in somewhere
South America,
Asia, or
I think it's
whatever.
South America, but whatever.
And they force feed these beans to these animals. They poop them out, which allegedly takes away the bitterness, I think.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And then they make coffee out of it. So.
And did you try it?
No, we tried it here one morning, and but it was extremely expensive. But
I think I remember it being just a touch bitter, I thought.
Well, it's supposed to take the bitterness. It's just one of those pretentious things that no one really would ever do that. But
that's why I'm surprised you didn't try it and love it, because you're like king of that stuff.
No, but I got talking to the barista. They have a coffee there, and I can probably find the menu. They have a coffee there that is it was like 690 pounds per cup. It's the most. They said the guy goes, "This is the most expensive coffee in the world."
Oh,
and I said, "Does anyone ever get it?" He goes, "Yeah, a guy got one this morning." And they make a little pot of it, and he goes, He said, "I got to try it. It's nothing special."
How much a cup?
600. I think it was 697 pounds.
697 pounds? How is it not working at the Philadelphia airport?
Yeah.
My goodness.
But I mean, what's the ratio?
That's like $1,000. That's like $1,000.
That's like $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy. He goes, it's just one of those, ridiculous things.
Wow.
It was, and also it's one of those things with that street. You walk down the street and there's a murdered out Ferrari.
Yeah, well, you were never mind. You were staying in a very nice area.
I was staying in Mayfair,
right?
Because I wanted to be able to walk to Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
Mayfair's a very nice area.
And what is Hyde Park again, Pat? What is that?
Well, there's an alternative area of Hyde Park.
Yeah.
I'll be behind the tree.
That's what I thought.
I'll pull up the menu for this place. If you want to buy a $1,000 cup of coffee, you can do it. It's amazing.
Where did we stay when we went?
I forget. I don't remember where it was. This place was significantly nicer.
What is Pat like to travel with, Tom?
Tom. I like to travel with Tom.
I just think
he was
incredibly organized.
No, but terribly nervous.
I'm a bad flyer.
Bad flyer. You're a bad passenger. One time I was driving Pat to a show in Iowa, and I went 5 over to pass a guy that was going slow. And he goes,
"Go the speed limit, please."
Speedy over there.
I don't care for.
Shut up! You're getting there safe, man.
I'm the worst. I'm a bad passenger. I'm a bad flyer.
You're a bad person. Ever look at that?
Horrible man.
You're a big bitch. You ever know that? Why aren't you at the TSA in Philly, huh?
We flew there. I'd flown in from Washington. Tom picked me up. We go to London, and then I wake up. I had no idea where I was.
Right?
I look out the window, and it was Mary Poppins. I was like, it was all these old English. I went, where the hell? I'm in England. It was like old chimneys. I went, what the hell?
Oh, and here's something that I hadn't noticed. This is really smart. They have in big letters imprinted on the streets at the corners which way you're supposed to look.
Oh, because
they're driving on the other side.
It's kind of backwards. Yeah.
So if you're used to looking left, sometimes it'll say look left, look right. Very handy.
Those actually aren't there all the time. They heard you were coming, and they quickly installed them.
Yeah, I need them.
We're going to have 39 accidents every hour if we don't get these signs changed for Tom. Yeah.
Had a great time. Weekend in England. Not weekend in New England like your Barry Manilow song.
Oh.
Speaking of songs, Pat, you got something coming up?
I do. I hope.
Okay, well, I've got a treat for you, I think.
Optimism is high.
Now, if anyone, by the way, can explain why the guy was sitting on the toilet side saddle, let me know. And I will post on a different toilet note the photograph of the toilet in my hotel room, and it was indeed rectangular.
I say we get a picture of you on the toilet here.
Side saddle? Mm-hmm.
You don't have to take your pants down. Just sit on the toilet side saddle.
Well, I'm taking my pants down.
Oh, he's got to take his pants down.
Was your toilet clean for the photo? Was your toilet clean for the photo?
Of course.
Okay, you got to make sure.
Yeah.
People will analyze that.
Yeah, this is kind of.
Didn't you tell me you a major transaction going over and coming back?
No. Twice though, coming back.
Twice.
Yeah,
Twice in the toilet.
I had tried to time everything so I wouldn't have to do that, but unfortunately.
Man.
Yeah, it was really my level of anxiety.
I could not.
I'm not an anxious flyer, but if I have to poop on the plane,
all that Welsh rarebit,
and then, but every time that seatbelt sign would come on, I'd go, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Really?
I don't want to get trapped here.
Did you have spotted dick while you were over there?
He got it when he came back.
Oh, hey, that's
right.
I'll be behind the couch.
Those aren't zits.
Oh yeah.
What is
Come on, man.
Spotted dick is a dessert. It was like a pudding. What is it again?
I don't know.
I've never had it.
It comes in a can. Yeah. I know that.
Well, you can make your own pudding in.
It prefers to come in a can. I know that.
Oh, can I share? So this is another unusual thing.
Yeah.
If you ordered a coffee and you asked for cream and sugar, every single time I did, they would always go, "We have milk," which is nice. In other words, they made an effort to point out it's not cream, it's going to be milk. That's cool.
And what was your response? I asked for cream, you fat bitch.
Look, lady, I'm on a roll. I just came from Philly, okay? You want to mess with me some more?
With your bad attitude, you should work at the Philadelphia airport.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, on that note, coming up, we'll be joined by comedian Dave Dyer, who also happens to be a fireman in the great state of Michigan. He's got a special charity gig coming up, so he's making a charity appearance on our program. Isn't that nice?
Oh, nice.
We got music coming up from Patty G, updates on Oasis, Ozzy Osbourne in Birmingham. He says the last time he's going to perform.
Well, after you see it, I would.
We have a headline that has the phrase "genitals crushed" in it.
Gross.
Yikes.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Man.
The only good part of the story is it was at least in a BMW.
I got hit in the genitals with a football helmet during practice one time.
This guy got hit with a BMW.
Thought I was going to die.
Again, a large automobile in the balls.
Oh, yeah.
That's all coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this is the Bob and Tom Show.
A look at their car is perhaps the best way to introduce the uninitiated to WFBQ Radio's morning team, Bob and Tom. The pink and camouflage junker features 3 hood ornaments, a bowling trophy, the hind quarter of a horse, and a jar of tartar sauce that will have to be explained elsewhere.
295 Night Ranger when you close your eyes. It's 8:42. You're with Bob and Tom on a 2 for Tuesday.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Great.
Holmes.
Sherlock. Let's play word association.
Okay.
Howdy.
Holmes.
Sherlock.
Holmes.
John C. With Bob and Tom.
Holmes.
The human tripod.
I see.
Okay, I'm sorry, Bob.
That's all right.
From 6 a.m. and for the next 4 hours, Bob Kavoyan and Tom Griswald fill the airwaves with jokes and pranks that range from silly to hilarious and from bawdy to sick.
Why is sex like air?
Why is sex like air? I give up, Bob.
Because it's no big thing unless you're not getting it.
They deliver a National Lampoon sort of humor that leaves the audience laughing while wondering how Q95 can broadcast some of the things they say.
Half the joke is in your mind. The joke isn't stated outright. The person has to put something into it to get something out of it.
Yeah, they're fun and
people like them.
People enjoy them.
They laugh at them. And there's an alternative. You can always change the channel.
But people aren't. After 2 years on the air, Bob and Tom have taken Q95's morning show to the top of the volatile morning FM ratings. WFBQ is the 3rd radio station the zany team has worked for. After 6 years together, they've got the routine down pat. Bob runs the audio control board, plays straight man, and provides the program's famous laugh.
Amateur phylactics. Amazing concept, I think, and I think it's going to
Tom sits on a mound of notes and papers to provide the program's often quoted jokes and many of its voices.
Oh, hello, Mohandas.
Hello, Bob.
How are you?
Oh, I am fine today. Hello, Tom. Hi, Mohandas. You look very good today. Thank you so much, Mohandas.
Much of their banter is off the cuff, with an occasionally rehearsed punchline off mic during a song.
I know. Only if it makes you late for the ceremony.
She's controversial. She's provocative. She's the famous sex therapist, Dr. Ruth Weisboner. Good morning, Dr. Ruth. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Dr.
Their regular spoof on Dr. Ruth Westheimer features some of their more risque humor.
Is it wrong to have sex before you're married?
Is it wrong to have sex before you're married? Well, no, as long as you're not late for the wedding.
Bob and Tom's task of filling 20 hours of airtime every week is made easier by several regular characters phoned in by people around town. Nightclub owner Sonny is a favorite.
Great approach. How are things going on at the track? I know you're running the mystery flesh tent this year.
Everything is going just fine, Val. I bred that baby up, throw it in some shortening, and serve it up. It's the mystery flesh tent, Val.
That's located, of course, in Turn 1.
It's right there in Turn 1 where people seem to be the most hungry and the least discriminating.
Other characters are voiced by regular visitors to the studio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Tiger-eyed Bardo. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Your Highness.
Q95 midday personality Jay Baker voices the spoof on Richard Nixon.
Now, do you remember Ronald Reagan visiting the German cemetery over the weekend?
Oh, that's right, yes.
The media referred to it as the Nazi cemetery. You know, I was the one that put him up to that.
I see.
I said, babes, this is going to be so beautiful for your career. Trust me on this one. I told him, I said, when I was a young boy, I heard the phrase, the only good Nazi is a dead Nazi. I said, Ronnie, you can't miss a whole field full of dead Nazis. You slide over there, you put the wreath down, the wreath, and you're cruising.
Bob and Tom say they get very few complaints from listeners as they poke fun at every special interest group imaginable, and station management has left them unrestrained on the limits of their humor. After 2 years, the result has been high ratings, a devoted following, and 2 happily transplanted Hoosiers who say they just might stay to grow old and gray on Q95.
Could be. It's very possible. In fact, it's already started.
Bob's getting gray.
Yeah. Tom's getting old. Yeah.
This is Greg Todd, Channel 6 News.
Oh, I feel so much better now. You know, Bob. Yes. I don't want to say that most of the women that you go out with have questionable morals or anything, but last night...
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Now, Bob has split the hot dog and put the cheese down the middle of the hot dog.
That's good. That's fine.
And now you're going to stuff that in the
And I had to surgically remove the end of the hot dog. I circumcised my hot dog.
Oh, to fit in the Twinkie.
So it'll fit in the bun.
Now, did you? That isn't a bun, though. It's a Twinkie. Now, did you take?
It is the bun, my friend.
Did you take the cream out of the Twinkie?
No.
No, you don't want to do
nuts?
that. Why would you take the cream out of the Twinkie?
Why would you take the cream out?
I'm going to take the Twinkie and shove it in there. Take it, Twinkie. Oh, the Twinkie split open.
Look at that.
Let me see. Hold up your Twinkie. Now, Bob's looks.
Oh, boy.
How does it taste, Bob? Bob is now taking a bite of the cheese Twinkie hot dog.
Say the sacred word, the dog will come down. Give down it out.
Bob, your thoughts?
Not bad.
So you've got the Twinkie, which is a cake instead of a bread bun.
It's actually not bad.
Well, Bob likes it.
A little sweet taste, a little salty taste.
Holy mother of God, this is delicious.
Oh, my God. Have we done a calorie estimate on this?
I want to make a point that Bob is using a hot dog
as a pointer.
As a pointer.
You have got to try this.
Me?
Yes.
No.
Just one?
Yes.
One little bite.
One little bite.
Just one little teeny tiny bite.
Come on over here. Come over here and buy my hot dog.
No, we can do it tomorrow if you want to add bacon.
Oh,
we can make
no,
arrangements.
she's eating it now. She's eating it now. Oh.
Okay.
Go, baby, go.
I hope none of this creamy stuff gets on your cheeks.
Now, Bob, put your hand on the back of her head. Sorry, I don't know what that was all about.
Don't hold her ears. Just,
you're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
Give me more.
Let her put it in her own mouth.
Faster.
That's flying, man.
Same song over and over again.
It's the Ray Bryant Trio. He's awesome.
Meth, Daddy. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Yo.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Willie Griswald is there.
My man.
And in case you haven't heard, Josh Arnold quit. And these were his last words on the show.
I quit.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. Great to be back in the USA. Now, did you go see any fireworks?
I did not.
Because I saw fireworks in London.
I heard plenty. How do they present the 4th of July in London? As if they came out on top?
It was just inadvertent. At the end of Noah Khan's show, they shot some off. It was incredibly cool at Hyde Park, London.
I had not done this before. Well, Joey's my standard Australian Shepherd's 3 years old, and I finally got it together to go to the vet and get her some pills for the fireworks. And man, I'm not going to tell you what they gave her. I'll tell you guys off the air, but I don't want to share it on the air.
And were they minty when you took them?
I have not taken them yet. But let me tell you something.
Because they're suppositories.
This little puppy dog could care less, man.
Really?
Fireworks, I don't care. Shoot them out of my ass. That sounds great.
It is the D and CBD stand for doggy.
She is laying in the middle of the floor right now.
Oh, yeah.
High AF.
I'm pretty sure me and Joey, I had a pretty similar thing going on in spring of 2016. Just tell her to be careful.
Man.
Make sure she weans off.
Oh, well, I'm getting, yeah.
Is that one of those internet things, HAF? High as
F?
Oh, yeah.
No, AF.
It's been around for a
while. I know AF is.
Whatever.
But is high as, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So your doggy was okay. That's good.
She's fine. She's wonderful now. So.
Okay, cool. But you didn't go see any live fireworks?
I did not.
Mr. Godwin, did you?
In the bedroom. Fireworks in the bedroom.
My man.
Oh, you a bird and beaver?
Really?
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley.
Really?
Backseat of the limo didn't know the camera was on.
Fireworks in the bedroom, huh?
No.
Now, were they lady fingers or were they M80s?
Did you have sex with a man?
I'll be behind the bottle rocket.
Yes or no? And it's okay if you did, buddy. I love you.
I got to see some fireworks driving into town last night. The Morgan County Fair had some fireworks, and there was a storm brewing.
Last night?
Yes, and I saw fireworks and like thunder at the same time.
You mean lightning?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm 32. I'm never going to get that right. I'm never going to nail that one. It was very creepy. The fireworks and thunder looks like Stranger Things.
That sounds kind of cool. Actually.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Is that are a lot of places now are doing July 4th pretty much whenever they feel like it?
Oh, yeah.
There were a bunch of them the previous weekend.
Right.
Is that because the companies that do it, you get it's a better fee if you're not doing it on the 4th?
Or you can't book them because there are too many. I mean,
there you go.
I don't know.
And I know the big deal, we mentioned this before, next year is... Wow.
You mentioned this before. You're eaten up by it already. I can't imagine next.
No, because it's a huge deal because next year's the 250th, right?
No, 300 would be the big deal. Just like 200 was the big
deal. And what is it? It's not like sesquicentennial. There's some weird word that you'll never use again.
But it's on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday, and they were saying because of that,
deuce and a half.
The celebrations are going to be even bigger. But the big question is, are they going to resolve the tax issue with China? Because all these fireworks companies need to order their stuff now. And if there's going to be a 50% tax on it, they're not going. It's complicated, but I don't know if that's been resolved in the last few weeks. But it should be a huge celebration next year, 250 years of America.
So you didn't get a chance because I know you used to be a proponent of having your own fireworks in your own yard.
I'm a fan,
and you would, but I didn't pound pipe into the ground.
I was in England, so I didn't do anything.
Is that how Willie grew up, with fireworks from your dad?
I was telling somebody the story the other day. It was so weird. He made such an event out of it. He wore glasses. One year he wore a big welder's mask. And then, he would run around with a blowtorch. And he said that made him more safe. But it's seemingly less safe, I think, running around with an active blowtorch.
No, because this way, the fuse takes it seriously.
Yeah.
If you walk up with one of those punks or whatever, you're going, is it lit? Is it lit? You hit it with one of those Bernzomatic torches.
The weird thing is, growing up, I thought this was regular. It wasn't until I was like 12, my buddies came over for this, and they were like, "Oh my, your dad is a psycho." And I was like, "I don't know yet," but now it's been confirmed.
And I built a mortar launcher.
Yeah,
of course you did.
Out of PCV.
Yeah, you did.
PVC.
What is it? PVC.
PVC.
Yeah, you got it backwards.
That plastic, that white plastic.
Polyvinyl chloride.
Yeah, whatever it is. And you could you drop those balls in it, and then they shoot off. It was cool.
Was Willie that age where he went with you to the fireworks that you were wondering, wow, there's all these parking spaces. I don't know this is great. And you were there the wrong day for the 4th of July fireworks?
That's correct.
And Willie was...
I think Willie might have been at camp that year, but no, I drove over right across the street, actually, where they have great fireworks every year. And
on the 4th of July?
Because usually it's hard to park. I was going to park here and walk over.
Yeah, of course I was at camp. I was trying to stay away from a madman with a blowtorch and a welder's mask.
Willie, come out here and help me with this mortar launcher. Right now.
Yeah, they did the fireworks on a different night. That was a couple years ago. Yeah, absolutely.
That's when it started for you, that you went, oh.
Yeah, now you got to check.
Yeah.
You don't see the logic in, like, if the 4th of July is on a Thursday, they probably just have them on Saturday night, right?
Well, but again, Willie said some places did them, 4th of July this year was Friday, some places did them on Sunday.
I think that was maybe a county fair situation, maybe the last day of the county fair. It was cool, man.
Yeah, and I love them. I love them live. I love to see them. I think it's great.
Don't care.
But what was your classic, your daughter's story that you finally bonded with her?
She was like 9 or 10. It's 4th of July. Elle, do you want to go out and see the fireworks? And she got this, scrunch your face up. Aren't those on television? And I said, yes. Yes, they are, honey. They sure are.
No paternity test required.
And you are my daughter.
Yeah.
You're darn right.
They don't work on TV.
Let's
Sorry.
relax.
No.
I'm not a fireworks guy, and I don't understand people who are fireworks people. I don't.
Well, that's because you're
one firework. You've seen them all, right?
Yeah,
Are you all just lesser people?
No,
you don't enjoy the.
I mean, seriously,
it's true.
They kind of they're just.
No, but they.
Hey, there's the red flower.
Yeah.
I hope this gets a little more exciting at the end.
Oh, look, it's a blue flower.
I like it. All of a sudden, you hear that sound, and you think like you're here in the Mekong Delta. Incoming.
Oh, there's a flash of light.
Kirby, get the BAR.
Here comes the boom. I love that line.
Another flash of light.
The big boom.
Hate the big boom.
Oh, the finale. Look at that.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue.
Are you all
communists?
God.
No, I like fireworks. I'm just teaming up with them. It's more fun to go against you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way more fun. Get you fired up, make you yell again.
I'm just saying, next year, July 4th, Saturday night, it's going to break all kinds of records. Fireworks, booze sales.
Are they going to give us Friday or Monday off if it's on a Saturday?
I don't know.
Because I like it when it falls on a weekday.
Can we get Friday, Monday? That'd be nice.
I don't know how we got Thursday off this year.
Yeah.
Me either. Oh, I know.
Because the big man had to travel.
He had to go to London.
I'm not going to let. You think I'm going to let you? I'm not going to let you drive this ship without me here to steer it back to the deep water.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we know.
We did it for a month. Remember that month? It was awesome.
I can drown anybody.
Well, is that sports?
Yeah, oddly enough, it is.
Okay.
I'm tired. Aren't you tired? I'm tired.
All day.
Coming up, a bizarre alt version of Chuck E. Cheese is on the way.
Hey, it's Mickey Rats. Come on by.
Well, you're kind of right. We have something that I'm surprised doesn't happen a lot more often. Let's just say you own a swimming pool.
I own a swimming pool,
and you've got a naked stranger in it one afternoon. What do you do?
Well, I'll offer him a towel.
Yeah, is it a guy stranger or a lady stranger?
What's the shape size?
Now, what do you think?
Or is it a fatty fat?
I'm going to say,
It's a big fatty.
depending on what this bitch weighs.
How much water have they displaced from the pool?
Is there water all over the lawn?
We're going to find out what happens to naked guy in your swimming pool when we come back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this is the Bob and Tom Show. Well, there he is. We're going to be joined by Randy Feltface is joining us,
May we call you Randy, or do you prefer Mr. Feltface?
No, I'm very happy with Randy. Let's keep it informal.
Sure.
Yeah. Mr. Feltface. Randy Feltface. I detect a slight accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia. I'm from all the way on the other side of the planet.
I see.
Yes, it's so exciting to be here, though. Look at this beautiful studio set up you've got.
Isn't it something?
It's very nice.
It's fantastic.
Thanks for dressing up, wearing a tie. You look good.
Thank you. Yeah. I thought I'd wear my little vest this morning. Am I looking at you, by the way? I have no idea.
Yes,
Great. I've got you. I got you. Fantastic.
Very dapper.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Randy Feltface is a touring comedian. Do you mind if I ask some personal questions?
Please go right ahead. This is what I'm here for. I'm here for a scoop.
Are you a single man?
I am a single man. Yeah, very difficult to have relationships on the road. I am constantly on the road. I tour all year round. So my only meaningful relationships are with the people who work in the Delta Sky Lounge at LaGuardia Airport. They are.
That is a nice one.
That is pretty much all I got going on, my friends.
Do you use the dating apps?
I don't use the dating apps. No, I'm not on the dating apps. I find when you're only in town for one day, the investment in planning ahead. What am I going to do? Get 4 cities ahead? Try to hook up dates? No. I generally just walk around the streets, just screaming for attention.
You move well. I'm sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite the mover. This is. You should see me. Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, look at this. I've got all the moves. You should see me with a katana at a Monopoly game. I'm sure.
Do you is it fair to ask this? Do you have a type? If I were to ask your friends, hey, listen, we were talking with Randy Feltface. Is there a specific type of,
Nah, not picky at all.
Really?
No. Again, in town for 24 hours. I'll take what I can get, really. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How often do you get back home to Australia?
Well, I've been on this particular tour just for a couple of months. So, I was there for December, January. I was there for the Christmas period. And then, love the Christmas in Australia, the hot, summery barbecue weather. Very different to here. Different to here.
It's all backwards.
I know. How about that crazy southern hemisphere, am I right? Anyone who's with me?
Yeah.
Who's with me in the morning?
Anybody?
I know.
Now,
I'm actually here to audition for the show. I feel like I could be a permanent fixture.
Sure.
Have you got any news stories? Throw me something and I'll just come back with some wacky quip.
Okay.
What do you got for me?
We'll call on Miss Jessica. You got a news story?
What do you got, Jessica? Come on. Don't let me down.
Officials in New Mexico announced that the state produced more than 53,000 tons of chili during the last growing season.
Wow.
Meanwhile, New Mexico's governor signed legislation that established the sweet smell of green chili roasting in the fall as the state's official aroma.
Oh, roasted green chilies.
So those
You have official aromas?
Apparently.
State aromas. Okay, call in on WXFTP. We're getting calls on, what radio station is this? What's the call sign?
very many. Just keep going.
Oh, there's too many. Oh, it's syndicated. I've already failed the audition. Call in with your favorite state aromas. Come on, that's got to be a call in waiting to happen.
What is there a national aroma in Australia?
White squirrels.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom and Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Hey,
Steven, how did you make your living, Steven?
You know, I made my living in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the last 20 years, I've been a cop.
Uh-huh.
I understand Christy Lee is having some second thoughts about moving.
No, she already moved.
A lot of people don't know, but for 5 of the last 20 years, I've also been a real estate broker.
Really?
We had no idea. I love open houses, man. Sunday, I show up, meet the owners and say, "You get out the car! You get on the ground!" Yeah, it's crazy what happened.
You Steven Seagal!
Yeah.
You Steven Seagal!
Yeah, I get that a lot, man.
And then you Steven Seagal!
Yeah. Hey, back up, man.
That's it.
I made my living in the movies.
Every time my ass whooped by Steven Seagal.
For the last 2 seconds, I've been a bitch slapper. Steven Seagal. No, man.
Wow, you have sound effects and everything, huh, Steven?
Joe DeRosa is sitting in with us right now, Joe. What else is going on in your life? What about your personal background? Big family, small background, a small family? What?
I'm in a relatively small family that I was adopted into. Yes.
Interesting.
And I know what...
You were adopted into the DeRosa family?
Yes, I was. And I know what everybody is wondering, because I always, did you ever look for your real parents?
Yeah.
That's what everybody wants to know. I saw that on Maury. Did you ever try to find your real parents? No, I pretty much took the hint, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
well,
when they abandoned me, I was like, that's the end of that.
Probably no sense in looking for him. Really, I got you. Okay.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of
dropping a dime on mom and dad.
A lot of gold comedy down this road.
Yeah. And now I have a very, my mother was very overprotective through my whole life, and but she's very involved in my life, and she calls me almost every day, and holds me hostage on the phone for hours on end. While she's at this age where she just holds me on the phone and just asks me all these really annoying questions, and she won't let me hang up, and it just sounds like I'm having really bad phone sex for like an hour. I'm just like, yes. Oh, God. Yes! I already told you what I was wearing.
The Generator Super Center.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin. Hey, hello, Willie Griswald.
Hey, man.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. And Tom, we have a very special guest.
Joining us in the studio, it's comedian, firefighter, Mr. Dave Dyer has joined us in the studio. A professional firefighter, as well as a comedian. And how are things going at the firehouse?
Things have been good. We escaped the 4th of July without any major stuff that happened.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I get, the 4th of July, probably a big night for you guys.
Last year, we had a very big structure fire on the 4th of July of somebody disposing of fireworks that weren't quite out yet.
Ooh, yikes. Yeah, I had dinner one time with a guy that was an ER doc on 4th of July evening, and he was getting ready to go to work, and where he knew he'd be sewing someone's eyeball back in and that sort of thing. Yeah, so it could be serious business.
Yeah.
Now, I just got
what
back
kind of thread do you use to sew an eyeball back in?
Fishing line?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Something really like a 20-pound test?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, there were some incidents for me over the weekend. I took a trip to England and back. It's amazing.
Nice.
The contemporary world we live in, you can go places and come back. So it's great.
Yeah. They're called planes. They're called planes.
Travel.
I mean, you get to go places, then you get to come back.
Right.
You see.
See, that's my problem with going places. You guys go, why didn't you go more places? I go, well, when I go more places, all I want to do is go back home. So why I cut out the middleman?
Oh, but you don't. But that's not true. You actually want to go to England and stay
yes,
there.
I do. I'm going to stay. Yes.
It's
going to happen.
Going to move.
I cannot wait.
Oh, yeah.
I love you. I want you around.
No.
But for your own sake, when you book that one-way
You guys are going to
flight.
be going, where's Chick? Oh, my God, he did it. Yeah.
Is it hard to do that?
What do you mean?
To become an English citizen?
Not if you have enough cash, you can do anything. Am
Gotcha.
I right, Tom?
You can stay underground.
You damn right I can. What?
Oh, sure.
Underground?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to. You take a trip there and you just don't tell them. You just don't leave.
Yeah. You know, a guy can
just don't leave.
Fix me up a passport.
You know, actually,
my name and all the
I don't know about a
thing.
passport, but I know a guy that once you get there can keep you there.
Tom can do anything.
Really?
Yeah, he knows people.
I like this more and more.
Now, Mr. Dye, I'm sure you've experienced many things. As a firefighter, you come across odd things. So I'm at the Philadelphia airport on my way back.
Come on, man. We were just getting the show rolling.
A fire?
No.
Okay. Oh, there. He was hot, though.
Yeah. So American Airlines, love them. Thank you very much. The greatest. They had a wonderful flights. But I had to pee. You know how that is.
Sure.
And so I walk into once I get through being not very welcomed back into my own country and get through TSA again, I walk into this giant men's room.
Okay.
And as I'm walking in, the urinals are apparently around the back, and you can see there's like a foot-high space in the stalls, and I see a guy sitting side saddle. I can just see his feet, and they're facing that way.
Oh.
So he's like this on the toilet.
Right.
So now I don't know what this means. I've never seen this. I was wondering if it was some kind of weird code. Remember
me in here?
Remember the famous story where the guy had the wide stance, the politician?
Sure, yeah.
Here we go. This comes to us from...
Wait a minute. There is somebody who's going to... It is a code?
We have a sidewinder?
People... Oh, a sidewinder. I like that.
You filthy sidewinder.
Wouldn't that be a great nickname?
Yeah.
And they call me Sidewinder. Why is that? Oh, because when I crap, I go sideways.
That's right.
Okay. Now, Christy, I think, theorized perhaps his gluteal cleft went the other way, perpendicular to the standard American gluteal cleft.
Right.
In other words, he'd have like a sideways
I
ass.
see.
You see.
Yeah.
Boy, none of his pants
Crack
would fit,
goes wrong.
though.
Yeah. That'd be very... he goes, I'm thinking that the side saddle gent in the men's room was possibly using the toilet paper dispenser as a phone stand while watching videos while he was in the facility.
I wouldn't doubt that.
I don't doubt that at all.
Smart. Yeah.
Well, that's just disgusting.
I think we haven't figured it out.
Or he was doing something else, watching.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Nobody watches
Is this chapter called Jackin' in Philly?
Maybe.
He was playing with himself in public.
That's even worse. In the stench of a men's room in an airport?
It's private. You've got the door closed.
Oh.
You're the freak going around looking through the little crap.
Right.
I'm not even... I'm not... it was like
You're saying you went into the men's room
Yes,
and there was no way you could avoid it.
No, yes, I'm walking in. There's a stall straight ahead, and you can see like there's a foot-long gap at the bottom of the stall door.
Right.
And I see this guy's shoes are facing the other way. They're
Did
facing.
you bend over at all? I don't believe it.
I walked away. I walked to the farthest urinal to get as far away from this freak as possible.
Freak.
I don't know. I don't know the Philadelphia area. I don't know what kind of things go on
Maybe he
there.
had a long layover. You got to take care of a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little lonely.
Looking at his phone, I'll bet.
Are you sure it was an actual human? It could have been a mannequin somebody put on there.
Just to mess with people.
Bottom half.
just to get people in and out of the bathroom quickly. Yeah,
That gag would have worked if you put him the right way.
Let's see now. Dear Bob and Tom Show, you said you saw the guy sitting sideways in the toilet. Is it possible that he had just eaten an entire sweet potato pie and was bracing himself? This gets back to Pat's song.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Great to have you in the studio, Willie. Thank you, Brian from Ohio. These are all interesting theories.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe the toilet paper sometimes, like if there's a phone up there, there's a surface. So maybe he was eating a sandwich. He just set it there.
Oh.
You're going to set a sandwich there?
He set a sandwich there, and then you turn over. You get a little French dip. You dip it in your shoe.
Why you're doing
Go
it.
to town.
I think the watching video thing, I think the guys nailed it.
Yeah, I think that's it too.
But wouldn't you face...
And I'm sorry, but...
Have you ever seen...
Would you face front, though, and put it on the back of the toilet?
Well, then your feet would be backwards, and then people are going to think...
No, so
I think it'd fall off easier that way, though.
But I mean, if it was sitting on the roll, it could. And first of all, people that are using that, the amount of whatever it is, E. coli is going to be
a factor.
I think E. coli is the last of his.
This guy's. There's some guy walking around with a terrible case of pink eye this morning because just saying.
Yeah. We got a couple of emails for you, Tom. Hello, Bob and Tom Show. Listening to Tom's TSA rant this morning was fantastic. No better way to start a Monday. Good to see Willie in the studio this morning. You guys rock. That's from Kyle.
And God bless the people who work at the TSA. I'm just saying the one in Philadelphia.
One gal.
The TSA needs some standards. They need signs. Dave, I'll walk up to this place and she goes, "You got to put everything in your suitcase." My phone. Then she turns around and throws this dog bowl. No, put it in there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. I should have just pulled one out of my ass because how did I know?
Right.
Why don't you put these where people can see them?
You're being truthful about her tone, and then
absolutely, she was a total bitch.
And you don't know that you can't take your phone through.
Of course.
Okay.
But usually you put it in a bin or a tray, and they're right there for you.
Right. Okay.
And then I think it's perfectly legitimate to say shoes on or off.
Yeah.
So you want large signs with a large font saying "Do this"?
Yes.
Yeah,
and they can put them in 50 languages, whatever they have to, or have someone politely say, "By the way,
signs."
That's a lot of signs. 50 languages.
Well,
what is this? A UN?
But now, aren't there signs up there already? Why couldn't you see those?
There's not a lot of signs.
There were none.
There aren't.
Yeah,
Usually they have somebody yelling instructions.
And the shoe thing, I get it. I understand it. And here, the lady, when she went through, they took one of those wands and they did a whole thing with her shoes. I don't know what that was all about. I guess, I don't know. So who knows? I'm just saying.
She was wearing steel-toed shoes.
Maybe they're magic shoes,
you know.
Yeah. One more.
Hang
on. Dear Tom, there are TSA bitches out there that big. There you go.
Another guy speaking for Josh. This is Marcus in Sedona, Arizona. I need to speak for Josh in his absence. For years, Josh has been a champion for human rights in the TSA line.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time he even begins to suggest maybe we could be treated like humans instead of cattle, Tom jumps him and accuses him of being un-American and hating air travel in general.
That's true. He does.
And now you've had the same experience.
I got the bad lady.
You got a bad lady.
You like your pilots? You
He
like your
says-
flight?
I know. I love flying. It was great. Everything.
Josh is now vindicated. Thank you, Mark.
No, I just one bad apple doesn't spoil the whole bunch. Sure. Although the three guys behind her who appeared to be doing absolutely nothing, they could have maybe
looking at X-rays and checking.
There were three guys behind her doing nothing. They could have maybe taken one of those bowls and put it out there for the people who need it.
Right.
No.
And by the way, could you possibly clean that thing? It looked like it'd been used to
They were working
to plug
hard
up
on
an elephant's ass.
4th of July weekend, man. You're not going to give them a little bit of a.
There was nobody there. It was me and no one else.
They probably go in shifts. You came upon that woman. Boom, she taps out. The next guy comes up. They're all going to be.
Oh, I'm sure she's got to tap out. You got to get more food in that body.
You got to take it.
You can't make it in that
It's
way.
been 20 minutes since your last cheesesteak.
Eat about every 40 minutes, yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
Break time.
Yeah.
Okay. Dave Dyer's joined us in the studio.
Yes.
Dave, we can't talk to you now, but thanks for coming.
Yep, you got it. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you.
It's always good.
He's going to be at the Reese Theater in Plymouth, Indiana. Oh, for the Stop, Drop, and Laugh fundraising event for the fire department. That's cool.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. The Reese Theater. Go to reesetheater.org to find out more information. Yep. You'll also be at the Roxy in Rochester, Michigan on Friday, July 18th. Saturday the 12th is when you'll be at the Reese Theater in Plymouth. We're going to come back and find out what's the latest with you and what's happening, how much the shaving thing is happening, and what parts of your body are clean and what aren't.
You got it. I'm ready for it.
Because you'll notice he's got a shaved head now, and he got rid of the mustache. What
Had to.
Did the porn industry stop?
I love the mustache.
The porn industry was great, but I'll explain.
Okay, good. Looking forward to that. Once again, Dave Dyer is our in-studio guest. That's Chick McGee across the way. I can see him.
And I'll tell you about Simply Safe. What's feeling safe at home really mean to you? It used to be good locks and maybe an alarm that would make a lot of noise if somebody broke in, but we all know true security is more, a system that works to prevent that break-in from ever happening in the first place, and that's where Simply Safe comes in. We even use it here at the Bob and Tom Studios. Most security systems only take action after somebody's already broken in. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection, helps stop break-ins before they happen with AI-powered cameras and live monitoring. Agents detect suspicious activity around your property. If someone's lurking, agents talk to them in real time, turn on spotlights, and can call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. No contracts, no hidden fees, and in Simply Safe named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET. Monitoring plans start around $1 a day, a 60-day money-back guaranteed. So go to simplysafetom.com, and do we have a deal for you? 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan, and you get your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com, first month free and 50% off. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. We got a song coming out of Mr. Godwin, et cetera, from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Frigamall Records, the same people that brought you the all-bass Christmas album, Amazing Bass, are proud to present Jimmy Pardo's first solo project, Nothing But Air Bass.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Pardo. You know, there's nothing cooler in rock and roll than the bass. And these songs are so cool, I don't even need a bass.
Hey,
hey, what the matter So just pick up your air telephone and dial. Beep, 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 beep.
Jimmy Pardo's Nothing But Air Bass. Get yours today.
Ingrid, you're going to sing one of your tunes for us right now. Which one is it?
I was thinking that would be a good idea. You just want me to do a monologue or something?
Well, no. There's been some controversy that apparently there's this rap version of. Are you going to do what's going to happen here? I'm a little confused.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all right. We'll have fun, right? All right.
Sure.
I just became so Staten Island. So, this is the song that was on the Old Navy commercial. So we've played it over and over and over again because it was the song that actually made it to radio. Mm-hmm. And so one day, I don't know, my brain just sort of like went crazy and I wanted to do something different, and so I did something different, and it sort of stuck because we need to change it up a little bit. So we'll do that version for you. I hope you like it. This is called The Way I Am, the remixed version.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm doing this. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new edition. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal, light up the stage, wax a trump like a candle, dance from a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bullseye. The kid don't play. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook when my DJ revolves it.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Ice baby.
Uh-huh. Well, he needs the money.
I believe Queen gets it.
Hey, don't hate. Don't hate.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground was where I spent most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight, my mom got scared and said, "Where the auntie and uncle in Bel Air?" I whistled for a cab, but when it came near, the license plate said fresh, it had dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it, you're home to Bel Air. I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cab, "You're home, I'll smell you later." Looked in my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as a Prince of Bel Air.
Ingrid good voice this morning. Yeah.
Ingrid and her band is sounding great. Very nice mix, too, thanks to all of the technicians here.
Yeah,
Such a nice job. That was very good. It really sounded great.
Hello, Tom. We have a special guest.
He is comedian David Dyer. Dave also is a fireman.
Yep.
And you said you had a good 4th of July. No structure fires to deal with?
Major, no structure fires. We had one trash can on fire.
Nice.
That was it.
And how do you put
Did
it?
the homeowner put that out?
No, well, the homeowner called and said, hey, my trash can at the end of my driveway is on fire. So we went just with the water can. You pull out the water can. That's a can job, they call it.
A can job.
Yeah, it's a can job. You pull the water can out, and you got to take, a pick or something. You got to separate all the trash, make sure nothing else is burning in there.
Can job sounds like something more expensive. Something more expensive in Vegas.
Tom, I tried to. This is Andy, Christy's husband.
Christy's husband? Yeah.
I tried to talk Christy into the can job.
Yep.
On our honeymoon.
Really? That's going to be at least a diamond watch.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm going to try again. Don't tell her to.
Okay. Yeah, bite the pillow. Okay. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Dave Dyer is going to be doing a charity event at the Reese Theater in Plymouth, Indiana. The Stop, Drop, and Laugh fundraiser for the fire department.
Yep, for the Plymouth
great.
Volunteer Fire Department.
Okay, so, and everything going okay with
everything's good with fire. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I noticed you have a different look. Last time you were here, you had this huge porno mustache.
Yep,
we gave you a lot of grief about it, but you've shaved the head, shaved the stash.
I have. Here's the thing. Everything is so gray now that the salt and pepper from the mustache is now mostly salt. And I was telling Willie earlier, I did an experiment just a few weeks back. I said to my wife, I'm going to grow everything out for a month and see what happens.
Oh, the beard, the whole deal?
I can't do the beard because of fire, but I can do the mustache and I can do the hair. Let's see. I want to see how gray it is. I lasted 8 days, and I looked 93.
I see.
And so I said, that's it. It's gone. It's just all gone. We're going Buddhist. Face is clean. Everything's tight. It's the only way I can get by under 60.
I see.
Looking under 60.
Now because you're a fireman, obviously you can't have a beard because you have to wear the face mask.
Yep, our masks.
But you can have a stash.
You can have a mustache as long as it doesn't impede that seal. You've got to have,
sure. Well, that makes sense.
Your face mask on your SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus.
Very nice.
You have to make a seal on your face so you can breathe. So you can't have a beard.
I see.
Okay, so you noticed that he didn't have a mustache. Did you notice that your son doesn't have his?
We had a whole dinner together in Chicago.
He
gave me hell about that mustache for months.
Right, right.
Into the dinner. It was about an hour. It was a lovely dinner. It was great. Thanks for taking me out, Pop. I go, he didn't say anything about the mustache. And he goes, oh, my God, I am so unobservant, aren't I?
Wow.
He didn't notice my sister had a nose ring for 2 years. That was so funny. He tried to yell, you cannot have a nose ring. You're my daughter. She goes, I've had this for 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We got Sally or Lucy. Who has the nose ring?
Lucy had one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sally, she'll get one in 3 weeks, I'm sure.
As soon as she gets to college.
She's 18.
She's already snuck a tattoo. I know that.
She has?
Oh, she snuck a tattoo, huh?
Yeah. And coming up tomorrow, I think there's an interesting article about tattoos and how they're misinterpreted by people.
What does that mean?
Yeah, and then the other day at lunch, Finn, who's 12, goes, now, can I get a tattoo, Daddy? And I said, then she actually goes, she looks at Kelly and she goes, Daddy said if I get a tattoo, he's taking me out of the will.
You're still using that line.
And I went, first of all, how do you even know about the will?
Well, Kelly tells you.
Mind your P's and Q's.
Yes, I think the fact that it's
in the calendar.
Yeah, the fact
that she talked about.
Yeah, the fact that it's framed in the hallway when you walk in.
But in Kelly's defense, she refers to it as when the ship comes in.
Yeah,
what she said.
Sure, of course. Yeah,
things will be great then, by God.
And then
just you wait.
And then Finn.
Just you wait.
Finn, once again, she's 12 years old. In all sincerity, goes, is that true? So, yeah, but no, I did not notice Willie had gotten rid of the stash. But I think it looks good without the stash.
Thanks.
I don't know. Good. You look clean.
I don't know what to do with a person who refers to it as the stash.
Yeah.
And why did you get rid of it?
It was just the classic. I was trying to shave and kind of trim it up, and then you mess up one part.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And then you got to try to even it out.
Been there.
That's why I told you. I gave you some advice. You never trim the mustache with anything electrical.
Dave, I had the scissors, and I just didn't use it.
You
was
did?
one of those things where I was like, no, I can get this. It was like, it was 11 p.m. I shouldn't even have been doing it. Yeah.
I gouged mine countless times, jerking my head with an electric razor. What's that? And and just a big gouge out
The
of
next
it.
thing you know, you got the Hitler.
Yes, that's it. No, you try to even it out. You try to even it out.
Oh, and now
You can't do comedy with the Hitler.
now tell.
No, you can't.
Tell. Wait a minute.
Some areas.
Hang on a second. Two things. One. I sent a picture of the square toilet in my hotel room. I sent it to Jason so you can get that posted on our social media.
There it is.
There you go. Look.
You tell me that doesn't look like a Wendy's hamburger.
That's the toilet in my hotel.
You know what? Now I feel like I have to go and I want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's like a Minecraft toilet.
Again, I think it's what's the old architectural form follows function. In this case, it's just no.
Was it comfortable?
I think I sat on it once. I saved most of my activity for the airplane ride home, unfortunately.
Oh, that's nice for the
where I almost got sucked into the toilet when it's flushed itself with me sitting on it. Boy, that's an unnatural enema. But part two, I texted Chick from the airport because I saw something that was so amazing. I could not get a picture of it. A guy walked by me at the airport.
Oh, yeah, you said this, and you did. I did not see. Yeah, you didn't say.
I'm not kidding. He had a Hitler mustache, and he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Right.
Oh.
Well, that.
I mean, he had the classic.
Look at.
I mean,
Nazis need vacations too.
Yeah, they get a whole month.
Pretty sure the weather's nice in Argentina this time of year.
Sure. Yeah. Is that where you're?
Nazis on vacation. I love that.
I mean, isn't that sort of the one thing that is really should never come back? That particular
Hawaiian shirts or that mustache?
Both. No.
They try to balance each other out, though. I think that if you have the mustache, then you have the Hawaiian shirt to go, hey, by the way, I have this. It's not for the big reason.
I'm taking the week off from hating everybody. I know I can't
Everyone
get rid of this,
down.
but
I'm on vacation.
Their shirt says open-minded.
But as soon as I saw it, I wanted to double back and get a picture of the guy somehow.
Yeah.
But the mustache says mass murderer. The Hawaiian shirt says, yeah.
Hey, chill out.
Last.
Yeah, we're going to play some Jimmy Buffett songs.
Yep.
Like, what? Who are these people?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting off track here. Let's talk.
Chaplin was first, though, right? He had the mustache.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that he did it for the great dictator, to make fun of Hitler.
No, he had it.
No, he had it all.
Wasn't that called? Was that called the toothbrush? Am I right here?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep, you're right.
As opposed to, but still, I mean, there are certain things that you just don't want ever to come back.
No, I used to have a really cool haircut, kind of short on the sides, little fade, and then Kim Jong-un just ripped it. So now I can't have it anymore.
And your dad.
That is not a good look. Well, let's talk to Mr. David Dyer.
Yes.
A fireman, comedian, and let's see, married guy. You got
Married guy.
two adult daughters, is that right?
2 daughters, yep.
Still married.
32 years now.
Wow.
32 years.
Don't you know you can get out of it?
I know.
Okay.
I know. It's very expensive to get out of it. I love my wife. But you ever see these people? I saw a guy on TV. The people who get so intense and dramatic about their marriage. This guy's like, listen, I love my wife so much. I hope I go first. I hope I go first. You know, I can't imagine being on this planet for a minute without her. And I'm like, not me, man. I don't want to go first. I love my wife. I love my wife. I do not want my wife to die. But if she does, there's a whole lot of stuff I get to do again. She hates roller coasters. I will be leaving the funeral and driving straight to Cedar Point if anybody wants to go. I'm getting sausage on my pizza again. Wow. And I'm wearing my Crocs and my bibs in public, Janice. Should have taken better care of yourself, honey.
I think that guy with the Hitler mustache and the Hawaiian shirt, I don't think he's evil. I think that he's just freshly divorced and he has some opportunities that he didn't have.
Always wanted this. Always wanted this.
Sieg aloha, baby.
Sausage on my pizza.
I'm getting sausage on my pizza again.
Oh, okay.
A whole lot of possibilities.
Have you thought about the? Have you thought about the? What you're going to say at the funeral? Is that?
What about Janice?
Yeah. Are you just going to
step in? I've already said everything.
You're just going to.
At least that's what she said.
Yeah, just go to the act.
Maybe take your act and have Chat GTP write a quick summary.
Yeah.
GPT.
What did I say?
GTP.
Sorry, I was now.
We know what you meant.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
Trans Am, right?
Yeah. If you're
yeah.
just joining us, hello. Thanks for joining us. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see. There's Ace. There's Willie. There's comedian Dave Dyer, Chick McGee, Pat Godwin, we haven't heard a song from yet, and Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom news desk.
I could do a tribute to Dave.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
What does this involve?
Dave Dyer?
Yeah, well, like Springsteen's first draft of
nobody ever sings
of "I'm on Fire." It would be perfect for Dave.
Oh, since you're a fireman, you're a firefighter.
This is the first draft.
Sounds good, man.
I'm sure it'll be great.
Raking up leaves after school, burn them in a pile with diesel fuel. Oh no, flames getting higher. Ooh, I'm on fire. My wife left me all alone. Think I'll make chicken while she's not home. Oh no, I spilled the fryer. Ooh, the house is on fire!
Hey! I got a story about something like this. Can I tell it?
Sure, fireman.
Right. Yep. We had, in the township I live in, there's a pretty strict ordinance about being able to burn stuff on your property.
Sure. Right.
Here it is. Now, take this down, Patty. You have to be 100 feet away from your own structure. First of all, this is just to get a permit to be able to burn on your property. You got to be 100 feet away from your own structure with some kind of form of extinguishment, whether it's an extinguisher, a garden hose, whatever. You got to be 300 feet from the road. You got to be 500 feet from a structure owned by somebody else. And we got a call about 10:30 at night in this neighborhood. This guy was burning a bunch of stuff in his backyard. And these neighbors all around him were just furious. And they're like, he's burning stuff. So we go there. And he saw us go down the street. He saw us coming. So he put it out with a hose and everything. And I come in the backyard, and the guy goes, I said, hey, were you burning stuff back here? Meanwhile, there's a pile of stuff that's smoking. It's not there anymore. And I said, were you burning stuff back here? And he's sweating profusely. He goes, no, it's just a little thing. I just put it out. He's all out of breath. I said, why are you sweating so much? He goes, I got bronchitis. I'm like, I don't think that's a symptom. Coughing. So I said, man, you got to put this out. I told him the whole parameters and everything like that. But he had like, it almost looked like he was playing the part Dick Van Dyke plays in Mary Poppins. There's charred stuff all over his face.
Oh, God.
I said, man, you got charred stuff all over your face. Do I? I'm like, yeah, you do. So you can't do it anymore. Now, I can't write him a citation. But if they do it again, then we can call the sheriff's department and they could do that.
So you can't have a bonfire in your backyard?
No. Well, no, you can have, there's like a, there's a measurement. It's got to be like 18 inches high. You can have like a fire pit, like a recreational fire pit. But you just burn a big pile of brush. No, you got to get a permit for that.
Okay. All right. Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Dave Dyer, fireman/comedian. And once again, Dave's doing a charity gig for the Reese Theater in Plymouth, Indiana.
Yep.
To raise money for Stop, Drop, and Laugh.
That's the one with peanut butter in the inside, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's going to be this Saturday, I'll tell you.
Well, that's great. Now, Christy, what's coming up in the world of news?
Coming up, we have a lot of music news. We have Ozzy Osbourne in the news. We have Oasis in the news. We have a Chuck E. Cheese story that's very interesting. And Pope Leo's boyhood home is back in the news. We have an update on that.
They sell beer at Chuck E. Cheese, but you can only get 2 at a time.
I know.
Well, that could be changing, Chick.
I hope so.
You'll have.
No matter how much you argue with them, they'll only give you 2 at a time.
And speaking of cheese, does cheese give you nightmares? We'll talk about that.
Ah, that's interesting. We'll look forward to that story and more coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, the Bob and Tom Show. Oh.
840 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Here's Tom.
Well, thank you very much, legendary voice of Ace Cosby. We call it Money for Summer. It's starting in about 20 minutes. Your shot at $1,000 an hour. Brought to you by our friends at Indy Decorative Concrete. Remember their motto, we did stuff for Christy and she still likes us.
Yeah.
That's very important because, let's face it, we all know, come on. Let's just be honest here. They do such nice work at Indy Decorative Concrete, and we certainly appreciate them. And they're helping us out here. Your shot at $1,000. Let me see. Here we go. Scott Forrester of Lebanon, Indiana.
Old Forrester.
The home of Drew Powell. Lebanon, Indiana. He's one of our winners, and you could be too, starting in about a little less than 20 minutes. Your shot at $1,000 an hour. Also, information about Laughing Matters featuring Howie Mandel coming up real soon. Details coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy, Pat, would you care to share your conversation
We happen
with all
to
of us?
be.
We're going to be very close
We're going
to
to be in
each other.
Florida at the same time next week. I had no idea.
The girls are having issues this morning.
And now he wants me to take him to dinner.
Here's the thing.
I didn't say anything about dinner. I said a luncheon. We'll go Dutch. Andy can pay for himself.
Nobody goes. Well, I'm going to be. I've got my teenage son. I'm going to be in Orlando. Nothing to do there. Are you kidding? You've got Universal Studios, Disney World.
We got a nice cool hotel room and a pool and him on his iPad. That's
There you go.
Christy, honey, this is Andy.
Yeah.
Now, while we're in Florida, if you feel the need to go out with your friend Pat for 6-7 weeks, that's absolutely fine with me.
You can find something to do.
I'll struggle, but
Actually, I do have a girlfriend in that same city, so maybe I will come up.
Super hot.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to fix Pat up?
No, she's not.
No, I can see her and still.
I just got the look.
Hey, remind me not to give you the nuclear code. How did you not pick up on that and then announced it?
Well, we need to have like a sign in here. It's those signs. Mr. Dyer, you're a fireman. You walk into a business and it'll say it's been 376 days since our last accident.
Right.
I need to walk in here and know if Pat is seeing his girlfriend or not. So I'd walk in.
Some kind of indication.
Either be
rated 100% worse.
The sign would not help you at all.
Well, I know what you mean, though, Tom. Every day he's in there complaining. And, guess what she did now?
You guys are awful.
I'm going to turn my phone off.
You know what?
So actually, this is actually
I hope
pretty.
she's listening because they are totally
No, if she's listening, this is actually pretty funny. My sister Jan, who knows Pat, and Andrew, we went out to see him in Faversham, in England. And
how about Andy? Andrew.
Okay, Andy. I don't want to get confused with Christie's Andy. In any event,
Are you married to him?
she was asking how you were doing. And then she said, is he seeing someone? And Kelly said, oh, Pat has a lovely girlfriend.
Oh, well, I do.
Well, now, then she said, but he's not allowed at our house because his son broke my favorite lamp.
That's true.
So it all came
was
out.
5. Like, your kid's never broke anything. He ruined a whole basement with his ass one time, remember?
Pat, I'm barely allowed in the house either. So me and you are on the same list, pal. I got to send an email 3 weeks ahead of time, get it approved, go to a notary. It's very difficult.
Now, to be fair here, if we had a thing indicating what your girlfriend's status was, then we could also have a thing about chick's mood. So you could walk in.
Here we go.
Do you hear? This is what he does. And then he gaslights us into thinking that
Why do you think that I'm moody? What have I ever done?
Let's get back to our guest, shall we? Oh, first of all, so Willie takes me to this place for dinner in Chicago.
Yeah, Club Lucky, good pasta.
Oh, you're gonna have him whacked, huh?
Lucky.
All right.
And then he goes see that table over there. I think those guys are all made men. I took one look and went, yes.
I walked inside to go to the bathroom.
It's
and
made guys.
It felt like that scene in Goodfellas where they're walking through the kitchen. It was just great. There was just too many Italians. That's all I gotta say.
Did you go to the bathroom and there was a gun taped up?
No, it was just cool. There was just red wine flowing. There was calamari all around.
Oh.
I felt like I was in the way, like this big Irish weirdo, big Irish English kind of. Yeah, it was cool in there, man. Though I loved it up there.
Good food. It was great. Now, we have to talk to our guest, Mr. Dyer. Now, I'm trying to think of it, and don't tell me you are involved in some weird cult-like exercise thing. Wait a minute. Don't tell me.
Weird cult-like exercise.
It involves throwing tires around.
I know what it's called.
What's it called?
CrossFit.
CrossFit. Okay.
Well, I have not been since the pandemic. But I still work out quite a bit.
Oh, great.
And I did, a couple years ago, I did a program, I don't know if anybody's heard of it, called 75 Hard. Is anyone,
Yes,
I have heard of it. You and I
Yeah.
were talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what it is. For 75 days, you have to pick some kind of a meal plan. They don't care what it is, but no cheat days for 75 days. 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes each, of which one of them has to be outside. Yep. You take a progress picture of yourself, you read 10 pages of a book, you drink a gallon of water, and no alcohol for 75 days.
Oh,
What?
Yes. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Pat. If you stick to this thing and you don't stray, at the end of those 75 days, you will have throngs of people letting you know what a miserable piece of crap you've been for the last 2.5 months.
Dave, you look great. Have a beer.
People say things like, "We like Fat Dave a whole lot better."
Oh, that's funny.
But here's the thing about the fitness stuff. There's days, now at the age of 56, there's days you go into the gym, you're like, I don't even want to be here. I don't even know if it's worth it. And those are the days that I think about my Aunt Helen, because my Aunt Helen smoked 2 packs of Viceroy cigarettes a day.
Nice.
Drank a bottle of gin by 6 p.m. And still lived to be 89 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, let's say conservatively, Aunt Helen started smoking at the age of 20. That's 69 years of 2 packs a day.
Ugh.
That is 1,007,400 cigarettes.
Wow.
Now, you factor in, they say that every cigarette takes 11 minutes off your life. So if you roll that into the mix.
Oh, God.
If Aunt Helen had never smoked, she might have lived to be 463 years old. She would have outlived her pet Greenland shark. That's how old she was.
That was like one of those SAT word problems.
Yeah, it was.
That's great. Wow. Viceroys, huh?
Just the hard numbers, yeah.
Wow. I did notice this when I was in England for the weekend. A lot of smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Outside.
They're still at it, yeah.
Oh, really?
All over you.
And I just read that in Paris, I'm sorry, all over France, I think it was last week or the week before, it's now illegal to smoke even outside if there are kids around. So you can't smoke on a beach. The only exception are outdoor cafes.
In Paris?
Yeah,
Yes.
and they said the French are way up there per capita for adult smokers.
Yeah.
Like China, I believe, is a very strong number 1. Very strong.
Very strong.
But
big gap to number 2.
Yeah, but your aunt would be very comfortable.
Oh,
Apparently.
yeah. There was a standing rule. If you had to get a hold of Aunt Helen for something, don't call after 6 p.m. because she was smashed. And she would swear at you and stuff like that. So,
Dude, that's living, man.
So, yeah, 6 p.m., that bottle of gin was gone, and she was hammered the rest of the
That's
day.
a lot of booze, a bottle.
Yeah. 89.
By 6.
That's a woman made of Kevlar, for gosh sakes.
Well,
Now, our guest is comedian Dave Dyer. And Dave is doing a charity project at a place called the Reese Theater in Plymouth, Indiana. Coming up, it's the Stop, Drop, and Laugh fundraiser event for the fire department. That's going to be Saturday evening, July 12th. Then you'll be at the Roxy in Rochester, Michigan, Friday, July 18th. A couple of interesting things going on there. Time now to check in with Christy Lee at the... Are you still over there? I can see you from here. She, of course...
Oh, where would I go?
...is at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Well, we've been teasing this, but Chuck E. Cheese is opening a spin-off arcade for adults. That's right. The company described the new venture, dubbed Chuck's Arcade, as a modern-day love letter to the games and people who made Chuck E. Cheese great. It will include a mix of nostalgic arcade games like Donkey Kong and Mortal Kombat, as well as newer titles like Halo and Connect 4 Hoops.
Oh, cool.
Each arcade is overseen by one of the chain's iconic animatronic characters, including Chuck E. Cheese himself. 10 locations are opening at major malls across the U.S., with more locations planned. The current locations include St. Petersburg, Florida, Trumbull, Connecticut, Oklahoma City and Tulsa, Oklahoma, Victor, New York, Beaufort, Georgia, El Paso, Texas, Nassau and Salem, New Hampshire, and St. Louis, Missouri.
So it's Chuck's Cheese?
Chuck's Arcade.
Oh, Chuck's Arcade. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to have the big guys walking around in the suits?
It said animatronic icons will be available. Yes.
No, because I
don't know if they're in the suits.
I hope they bring back the band.
It's all on video now.
Yeah, I love the band, the giant puppet band.
Would it be like them playing Led Zeppelin or something?
Oh, no, I think it'd be more grungy.
Yeah,
for that era. Yeah, that'll be fun. I mean,
have to serve alcohol.
How does that differ from like Dave and Buster's?
I don't think it does.
I think it's pretty similar, yeah.
Well, Dave and Buster's, I think, has bowling and more adult games, don't they? I mean, Chucky doesn't have bowling.
No, but Chucky has, they have skee ball. I love playing skee ball there.
Yeah, I like that too.
Don't you have your own balls, Tom? You skee ball?
Oh, yeah, bring a kid. They're in a case.
You have your own skee ball court.
Yeah, they see him coming. You don't want to bet with him. Don't do it.
That'll be interesting. I wonder if that'll fly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd go. Sounds
Would
like a
you
good
go?
time. Yeah.
It's for you.
I went to an arcade like a month ago for my little sister's birthday party. It wasn't. It was for my older sister's birthday party. She turned 33. We played mini golf.
Nice.
But I brought my little sister with me. We connect 4 hoops. You shoot into a basketball hoop, and you try to land. You got to do 4 in a row.
Yeah,
I don't
I'd
want to
never
brag, you
heard of
guys.
that.
I kicked Hart's ass. She could not keep up with me.
She's 9.
She doesn't have the Connect 4 mindset that I do, or my shot. I got a good follow through on that thing. I was going to let her win, and I go, no, she's got to learn a lesson someday.
Yeah.
I do love playing skee ball.
I do too. I love it.
I'm not
I enjoy it.
surprised.
I also
That's
love.
your number one game there at the Chuck E. Cheese?
Yes.
Not like whack-a-mole or something?
And I'll let them all loose, and then I'll play skee ball for an hour.
Have you ever played a video game?
Not really.
Guy for a while, right?
I played Pac-Man years and years ago.
He's very modest. He was the number 2 ranked Ms. Pac-Man player in the Midwestern United States.
Wow.
In the early days, you could memorize the thing. I'm sure it's much more sophisticated. The answer is no.
Okay.
When I was a kid one time, you told me you were the Pac-Man king of Harlem. That's a direct quote from you.
No, Pac-Man King of Harbor Springs, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole different.
There's
Totally different.
Yes, there's a very big difference between Harbor Springs, Michigan, and Harlem.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and in many, many ways.
Huge.
Yes, if a Martian came down here, they'd immediately make a quick observation. They wouldn't mistake one for the other. Let's see now. Oh, I know. We had to say a special greeting from our friends at Raycon.
Raycon's Everyday Earbuds. That's right. You can enjoy premium audio wherever you go. Maybe you're out at the gym. Maybe you're in Harbor Springs, Michigan. Maybe you're taking phone calls or relaxing to your favorite music while you're or as my mother would say, while you're fishing. Raycon's latest model is better than ever with 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity, 2 devices at once, and Raycon has a quick charge function, 10 minutes of charging, 90 minutes of battery. They also come with active noise cancellation. Raycons start about half the price of other premium audio brands. And Raycons come in a variety of vibrant colors: royal blue, forest green, bluish violet, cool mint, deep red, and Raycons has that 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off the already low price of Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Right now, 15% off the best-selling everyday earbuds at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chickster. Don't forget the over-the-ear headphones from Raycon. They're great, especially if you're traveling with the kids. It'll keep them nice and quiet, and as they get plugged into their iPads, et cetera, et cetera. I highly recommend it. Coming up, we have some exciting stuff in the news, including a very bizarre way to perhaps get rid of constipation. You're going to have to get a critter to help you. You'll find out. We are in the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Maria, were you a temp? Did you ever?
I was a temp for a long time, about 7 years, and I was like how they make every job sound like, so crazy,
we do things a little differently around here. We're a bit of a nut house. Hold on your hat. It's going to be a wild ride.
But it never is. I trained people in at offices, so I was like, oh, the fax machine's a little tricky. Yeah, you got to dial 9 to get out. No, a lot of people try to use the fax machine. They go, oh, it's not working. I said, did you dial 9? Once a week, Rajiv. No, every day we get bagels in the kitchen. There was week. Rajiv made some mini muffins. That's on a Monday. Guess what that's called? Mini Muffin Monday. I wish offices would be as crazy as they always promise. You get trained in, be like,
take me out of your pocket. Hi, I'm Zakynthos, the talking rabbit. I'm in charge of the volcano. Don't worry, you'll be working for Thor. He's always scrabbling through the recycling looking for quartz. He's a dwarf. Nude. Anywho, lunch is from 12 to 1, but there is a wrinkle in time, so just try to get back any time for the quickening. Your flippers, your barbecue tongs. If you have any questions, go back to the 5th dimension. I'll be sitting there on my lily pad.
My only question is, when do I start?
Yeah.
That's a good job.
Wow.
And
I love that. Dial 9 for the fax machine. Remember that. Everybody's crazy. No, they're not. Okay. Thank you. Maria Bamford is with us. Wow, that's brilliant. That's very, very funny.
Did you ever work in an office, Tom? I don't think you have you?
Worked in a restaurant, right?
No. It's an interesting experience. Bob, did you ever work in an office?
Oh, yeah. I did a little.
I have issues with authority, you might have.
I know. That's why I was asking. You know what struck me is it's so quiet.
What, in an office?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Well, you're still, that's if people are actually doing work, yeah.
And I had to work at a bank once when I was at Temp, and I was stunned at how quiet it was.
And people whisper, you know what the saddest place in the world is when you're the temp and it's time for office birthdays and you didn't get the email because you're not on the system yet.
Right.
And you hear the voice of your coworkers rise from the conference room, happy birthday, everybody who had their birthday in the office this month. And if you cup your Curves mug against the conference room door, you can almost hear the happy scraping of plastic fork against paper plate. And later sometimes, guys, somebody comes by your cube and says, oh, there's cake left. Did the temp get any cake? What's her name again? Hey, my, if you want any cake, there's cake left.
Nice.
Cake? Temp want cake?
Yeah.
They all want cake.
When you become the Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So, for clarity's sake, Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal.
Yeah! More or less. Get it? More or less.
Woo! Party! Oh, okay, let's settle down. Because now, here's where I tell you how to become a Bob and Tom VIP. First, click on the link at bobandtom.com. Then, you'll figure it out.
The best comedian, Tim Allen, is here.
He goes, oftentimes, you hear this a lot. Yeah, oftentimes the technology they learn here at the race is translated into your family car. And I went, yeah, right. This year, the Chevy's offered the Indy Celebrity, a 900 horsepower celebrity wagon. So I'm like, gosh, George, this thing's really got some pickup, doesn't it? I got to the kids to school in about 6 seconds. We're having lapping practice next week with all the other girls' PTA. She's running the Offie. I'm doing the Buick. And Betty's got the Chevy High-Tech. I pulled the trailer right out from under the boat, George. This baby's got some guts to it. Love Sears, do you? It's Craftsman tool department makes my nipples rock hard. She always figured we should grunt like pigs. The little primates you are. Don't speak to your mother. You grunt like the pigs you are. Ever try to take a steak away from your husband? Here, honey. We're trying to grab meat from a man while we're just like dogs. I like going through the house rewiring stuff. That's my favorite thing. I got one of those big tool belts. Yeah. 2 cordless Makita drills hanging low. Yeah. But you gotta know how to wear it, otherwise your butt crack shows. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what is that? A pencil holder over there, Bob? I'm gonna hike that up. I got some spackle. I'll figure out that butt crack. I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. We'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob. I got kids eating food in this kitchen. Get out of here. Go to Miter Me a Dovetail out there or something, Bob. I just cruise around my house like Bob Vila, with a bad headache. Just looking for stuff. I notice Grandma's Easy Lift chair isn't moving quite as quick as I'd like it to. So I pop down the hardware store, pick up a compressor, some hose, some coax cable. I wire that sucker up. I forget Grandma lost some weight in the years I look at it. Got the 140 pounds a little too high, isn't it, Grandma? Shot that bitch halfway across the kitchen there. Doilies following her. Sorry, Grandma. I'll dial that baby down as soon as I rewire Grandpa's hearing aid. I got a preamp on that son of a bitch.
Comedian Tim Allen. Oh, God. Now that's manly.
Presiding over a symbolic condom roast in his Catholic church's parking lot in Waterbury,
condom roast.
Connecticut. Yes,
I love those.
The Reverend Joseph Looney
Mesquite
protested.
condom roast. Very tasty.
I'd like that blackened, please. It makes it look bigger.
And they look so good at a shish kebab, too. A little pepper, a little bell pepper, condom, tomato.
What's the name of this reverend?
Oh, Reverend Joseph Looney. I'm not kidding.
Unbelievable. I'm Casey Kasem, and here's
think so.
American Top 40. Is it just my imagination, or is my head just a bit too big for my body? And here's my wife, Karima Kasem. Show him the Top 40s, honey.
Keep listening. We're going to do a new word each hour. $1,000 an hour at stake with Q95's Money for Summer. Hope you win.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
Willie Griswald.
Good morning.
Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
I have a question.
Yes.
We have comedian Dave Dyer here with us.
Yep.
And we've been talking to Dave, and you are a professional firefighter as well as a stand-up comedian. Yeah. We were talking about this Chuck's Arcade. I'm just reading about it over here. It's the Chuck E. Cheese people are going to come out with they've got, I guess, 10 of them set up. It's an adult version of Chuck E. Cheese. I'm trying to figure out if they're going to bring the band back.
Yeah, I can't find that. Because
remember, this isn't
animatronics.
It said iconic animatronic characters.
Okay.
So.
Got to be it.
Because I mean,
that's a staple.
I loved the band, and they got rid of it.
There is a documentary about Chuck E. Cheese, and all the animatronic characters are still in like some warehouse in New Jersey.
Yeah, well, did you see that? Did you see that behind the music about the Chuck E. Cheese band?
I missed that one.
I did.
Oh yeah, it was the same thing. Drugs, women, Oh yeah.
Come back.
Provolone cheese.
Oh yeah. And then of course I think the guitar player ran off with the organ player's wife or something. It was pretty nasty.
Chucky went solo
40 different drummers.
Yeah. I forget which one. Munch, I think, was the one that could get you pills.
Munch. All right, good to know.
And
I had a buddy named Munch. He was
it was what is it? It was a Jasper T. Jowls, wasn't that the one of
that was the hound? That was the hound dog, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. I have a question. I don't know the answer to this. Was Discovery Zone the place where you had the tunnels you climbed in up?
What?
I think so.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, where they had the big ball pits and then they'd have.
Yeah, they had the ball pit.
It was like a habit trail set up.
Right. Yeah, a human habit
every
trail.
now and then you couldn't find your kid, and then they'd come through one of the cubes that had a big window, and you're like, all right, there she is.
I loved that place. That was cool.
Yep.
I got a little claustrophobic up in there, but
what do you think it would have been?
I don't think you were supposed to be up.
I think that was the Discovery Zone.
I don't think you were supposed to be up there.
You're supposed to be watching.
It was for the kids.
It's like confined spaces training for the fire department.
You went into the tubes?
Yeah, and then you confront
You're not supposed to do that.
You confront some kid and say, "Hey, buddy, I'm going this way."
There's a weight limit on those tubes.
Oh yeah,
there is. Those joints aren't like welded. It's rivets.
You know who wasn't allowed in the Discovery Zone too?
I know.
That fat bitch in Philly. I'll tell you that.
That fat bitch in Philly.
That's right.
Okay. Well, now it's
you
time.
got to listen every minute, or you're lost. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're hanging out with a comedian, David Dyer, a professional fireman. Let's see now. What else are you up to? We talked about your wife. She's doing okay.
She's doing good. I tell you what, she's doing better now. Let me tell you why.
You're out of town. No, go ahead.
Have you guys noticed the way the algorithm, affects your life, tries to steer you in different directions? Sure. There was a short while back where I don't know where it came from, but anytime I got onto my YouTube page, my feed was full of hot Colombian women riding horses.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Now,
that's pretty specific.
I will say, since then, I've become a very big fan of that. But I don't know where it came from. The only thing I can figure out is that the algorithm was taking a look at what I was watching and said, this guy hasn't touched his wife in ages. Let's throw some Latina equestrians out there and see what happens.
You can only watch so many motorcycle repair videos until they recommend other things.
Now, it's worked. I've become much friskier The problem is Janice can't figure out why I bought her a saddle for Mother's Day.
Now I noticed now you got the tattoo there on the left arm. Is that
Yep,
no right
I
arm?
do.
Right arm.
I
sorry.
have 9 tattoos. They've all backfired.
Yeah.
None of them has meant what it was supposed to. This one right here is an arrow, and the shaft of the arrow says forward. Now, I got that as a positive message to send to my girls. I'm like, look, this is the only direction this family moves in. We only go forward. Since getting this, my oldest daughter's moved back home twice. So I'm going to get one over here for the next time that says reverse.
Yeah, I'll have to find it. There's a tattoo story I was reading on the plane about tattoos sending the wrong message. People are now. These guys. This bothers everybody. I will ask people about their tattoos all the time.
Yeah.
I'll say that's cool. What does that mean? What's the what was the idea behind that? And sometimes they've got great stories. Sometimes, well, I was at the mall and everybody else was getting a daisy or whatever, and there's no meaning to it. But I like the ones that have some kind of profound meaning.
I have one on my right shoulder, which is from a Picasso sketch called The Matador, and there's a few different versions of it. And there's one where the Matador is put in I think they're called the picadilles or whatever, in the shoulders. And the whole reason I got it, this is how deep I was at this point. I got it because I thought, it's stand-up comedy. It's like bullfighting, I'm like fighting the crowd, and every now and then you got to stab them. And then you get to a point where you realize, well, you're never going to get everybody. It's just not everybody's going to like you. So this tattoo means absolutely nothing now.
Chick's got some nice tattoos.
No, I hate people with tattoos. I think it's filthy. I think it's a bad habit. I don't know why. Yeah, I do. I think I have 9. I've lost track.
Do you officially have the new team?
No, I will not.
Oh, so you're not going to put the Commanders on there?
I might get a W, but I don't think I will, actually. No,
The Washington
saying that
Commanders?
out loud, no, it's the Washington football team.
Okay.
That's as far as I'm going.
We had this story earlier in the year that tramp stamps are making a comeback.
Isn't that nice?
Are they?
Oh, Tom, would you get a tramp stamp?
Please.
Can't we have it like Photoshop to make it look like you've got a tramp stamp? Like a longhorn steer with horns
emerging from the gluteal cleft, if you will.
From a longhorn, one over each ass cheek.
Because the thing is, though, he's so pretentious. He would get a tramp stamp of like Ernest Hemingway or something.
Well,
he wouldn't get a cool one.
He just ruined the whole
Arrow,
thing.
a movable feast.
He didn't say ass crack. He said gluteal cleft. So.
Yeah.
I could do the classic, put a T on one butt cheek and an M on the other, bend over and spell Tom.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what that tells me? You've thought about this. You've spent energy on it.
According to Ms. Melissa Martell, a Cleveland, Ohio-based tattoo artist, the tramp stamp is making a comeback.
Cool.
It says the so-called lower back tattoos, the tramp stamp, popular in the 90s, are having a, quote, renaissance. More of her clients are requesting this. Young women looking to embrace the once controversial moniker.
The butt hat.
What do you think? The butt hat?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I mean, I think it makes kind of a statement.
I thought it was the ass cap.
I think it says, I'm easy, go for it.
Is that what it says?
I think so.
Well, that's what it means.
What do you think if you see somebody with a tramp stamp and they smoke cigarettes?
Oh, you're in.
And they have a drink.
Oh,
cigarettes.
Yeah, you're
You got
in.
a good chance.
Yeah, she's probably carrying condoms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
okay.
gosh.
Yeah.
Her nickname Cinch?
For the whole team.
Speaking of the butt,
Yeah. Uh-oh. Talk to me.
doctors in Vietnam say they removed a live eel from a man's abdomen.
Okay.
The 34-year-old was admitted to the Hai Ha District Medical Center with
Hai Ha Hospital. Can I help you?
with severe abdominal cramps. An X-ray revealed a foreign body in his abdomen.
Do you have some spicy food for lunch? Well, I shoved an eel in my ass.
The thing about these stories is these people never admit it.
No.
The doctors have to get surprised.
Yeah.
It's a 1,000,000 shot, Doc. I fell on an eel. Yeah.
He also had an intestinal perforation and peritonitis.
Oh, yeah. Well, the eel doesn't want to go in there.
The
He's
doctors
going to start biting.
Yes, operated on the patient and discovered subsequently removed the 4-foot-long eel. Not 4 foot, foot-long eel, sorry.
Gosh.
The patient stabilized after surgery could not provide, as Tom said, a clear answer as to how The eel wound up in his abdomen.
I'd do anything to hear him say, "You got me."
Physicians suspect the animal crawled from the man's anus to his colon, bit through the intestine, and entered his abdomen.
Yeah, he did.
Boy. I mean, it's kind of a one-way road down there.
Yeah,
Not a lot of
right?
places for him to go.
It's rough.
Gosh.
And so we had a similar story, so I went back to look at that one. And in that case, it apparently is there was a thing in that culture that, here's the headline, man puts eel in butt to relieve constipation.
Oh, that'll do it.
And apparently this is like an old remedy.
Thousands of years they've been doing it.
An old wives' tale, I guess. But
yeah, and I'm not kidding.
We had a friend who
I'm sorry.
Thank you. We had
jumping the gun there.
Wait a second.
I'm so excited.
Can you introduce yourself to our guest, Dave Dyer?
Correct. What do you got over there?
I thought my accordion was off. They stay off. Who knew?
Who are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm Willie G accusatory. And my girlfriend Gina statutory. She's sleeping it off. Bada boom. Anyway, let's sing about this.
How is 11th grade, Virginia?
So
is it going well?
She's in the college.
Oh,
okay, please.
So the guy has this eel inside his intestines. It's disgusting. I'm sorry.
One of the nurses starts to squeal when they found a big eel. That's amore. How could he not feel a live swimming eel? That's amore. Did he fish stew and it grew? Could not poke through. Oh, it was a gore. Patients say came up the other way and he's sticking to his story. Arriba to the everybody. See you later, firefighter.
And here's another one. This is from the Straits Times, Straits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which Straits these are. Not the Mackinac Straits.
Something in Michigan, I'm sure.
A 30-year-old man from the country of India, an Indian national, it says, was hospitalized for severe abdominal pain. He inserted a large eel into his anus. During emergency surgery, they discovered a 26-inch-long eel had bitten through his rectum and colon. To get to the abdominal cavity, doctors also extracted a lemon at the same time.
Huh?
Youch.
I got to feed your eel.
Put some lemon on that eel. It's pretty good.
I think everyone knows.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Not a spritz. What's that little peel of an eel? Of a
Zest?
A zest, yes. You want to put a little zest when you cram an eel up your nose. Wow.
Hey, when life gives you lemons, shove them somewhere.
That is just bizarre. But apparently this says doctors think that some young men have a tendency to do this for unusual sensations using sex toys.
Unusual sensation.
And also,
Beach Boys song.
also an old wives' tale about clearing up constipation. That is.
We had a friend who used hot dogs to
that was for hemorrhoids.
Cure or help hemorrhoids. Well, it's kind of the same
Cure or help.
avenue, yeah. To poke everything, and he swore by it.
Yeah, his doctor would have him place frozen hot dogs in that area to calm things down.
Put it all back in there.
Yeah, and then he would clearly mark them when he put them in the refrigerator, back in the freezer. Yeah.
For what purpose?
It's like I have at my house the peanut butter for the dogs, very clearly marked.
Yeah,
that could be a problem. Well, we're hanging out with a comedian, David Dyer. He's here with us. We'll talk with David, find out what's going on with him. We have more music coming up from Patty G, I hope, and lots of other delights, including this. The Bob and Tom Show, sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's give this a good positive spin. Seeking therapy is a good thing. And maybe you're at work and the emails are piling up. You're stressed out. It's summertime. You got to get some, there's so much pressure. This is where therapy and good counsel can be extraordinarily helpful. And the largest online therapy provider in the world is a company called BetterHelp. And what do? Well, they hook you up with a therapist, and the therapy is done online. So you can do it like a Zoom call. You can do it like a regular phone call. You could even do it texting back and forth. It's up to you. And by the way, millions of people, 5 million people, have been served globally by BetterHelp. Over 30,000 therapists are now working with BetterHelp. So what you want to do is check them out and find out, for example, their App Store rating 4.9 out of 5. So then they've got more than 1 million reviews. So check this out. If you've been thinking about therapy and one of the hurdles is finding someone and then going across town to see them and all that stuff, this makes it a lot easier for something that can be very important. So get all the details at BetterHelp.com. Add the /BT show. That'll knock 10% off your first month. So once again, it's BetterHelp.com/BT show. And I should mention this. They have mental health professionals with a very diverse variety of fields of expertise. So if there's something very specific that you need to discuss, they can help you and steer you in the direction of someone who is an expert at that. And if that person doesn't work out, there's no fee for switching it up. So BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. Get rid of that stigma. It's okay to talk to a therapist. In fact, it can be extraordinarily helpful. So we'd like you to check it out. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, an odd story about Pope Leo. Good, kind of cool news, actually. Yeah. And then on a different note, this poor guy had an encounter with a BMW. Very nice automobiles, certainly, and very nice motorcycles. Unfortunately, he got one into the groin area. We'll see what happened. The word crushed is in the headline. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob Cavoyan for Channel 13 in a special Olympic moment. We are going to recreate the very first time the torch was ever run in history.
Cut! The monkey's got no gloves on. Where are the monkey gloves?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I didn't have the gloves on. Sorry.
Now we're going to recreate the very first time the torch was run in history.
Cue the monkey. I'm not a monkey. I'm a gorilla. There's a difference. Cut.
I didn't say I didn't know what you wanted. I know what you want. I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
I can't go in the woods.
Why?
I have sensitive skin. I can't. I just can't do it.
Sensitive skin. You're
Sensitive
wearing
skin.
a gorilla suit. I was
that.
just in the woods. Anybody can go
Have
in
you
the
ever
woods.
been bitten by a mosquito? Possibly a carpenter ant?
You don't want the gig? If you don't want to do this,
I didn't say I didn't want the gig.
Tony
I just don't wanna
Saragusa
go-
from the Colts. Tony Saragusa said, I can do this.
Saragusa
He
cannot-
wanted the role of the gorilla.
He cannot touch my gorilla.
Yeah, well, he didn't even need the suit, okay?
We're ready if you are, Chick. Do you want to?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Well, wait a minute. I have a question. Are we just going to do this right in front of everybody?
And Doctor, I assume you just go in with one finger. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I gotta warn you, Joyce left the lube in her car last night.
Oh, it should be good and cold.
Funny stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. You know, it's always cold lube.
Uh-huh. Why don't they should use a warming lube.
Sarah, start playing the violin.
So we can't hear the screams.
Right.
Do you know the theme from Deliverance?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay,
You do the play-by-play.
Okay, here we go. Oh, boy.
And you're strapping on a guitar. And now, what are you going to play your new one here?
No, I'll play a new one.
Okay.
I'm not like Haywood. I can't write a song about
2 minutes, but
no, but you had a really good one you played last time. I really liked. There we go. That's working.
Wayne had a wreck with a big old buzz. And you couldn't tell what kind of car that was. He rolled it in a field where he turkey hunts. That's 4 total cars in the past 6 months. But Wayne must not have learned his lesson yet. He just stuck a handicap tag on a black Corvette. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette? Colostomy bag and the cast is still wet. A shattered left leg with his neck in a brace. Wayne's trying to get to heaven in a high-speed chase. He's squealing tires and won't turn around. Got on a damp diaper and a hospital gown. Doing 120 in black fiberglass. Got a nurse on call and a cop up his ass. On 14 prescriptions for a compacted desk. Wayne's doctor's worried and his wife is pissed. And the news chopper chasing him up in the air. Wayne could give a damn about Obamacare. And his Allstate agent's getting all upset. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette?
Amen.
Let's do the big Bruce Springsteen in it.
Tim Wilson.
Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Willie Griswald.
What's up, man?
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee, stretching it out. Ace Cosby's here. And also, Tom, we have a special guest.
That man is comedian Dave Dyer. David is also a firefighter, a professional firefighter. And I know you're doing a special benefit project coming up to benefit the firehouse and the folks at in Plymouth, Indiana, at the Reese Theater coming up. That's this Saturday?
This Saturday, yeah.
Wow, well, that'll be great. That'll be a great show. What else is going on in your life? Now when you're at the firehouse, obviously there's downtime, right?
Sure, yeah.
Do you cook?
A little bit. We're a very small fire department, so there's just 2 of us on duty all the time. We have paid on calls who come to the scene and everything like that. So there's just 2 of us at the firehouse. So it's a lot of microwave meals. You know, frozen pizzas. I know, I just killed it for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a cook.
No, listen. Okay, I'll lie to you. We got ribs. We got a whole spread. Pasta. There's tons of food left over because there's only 2 of us, but we make.
But I mean, wouldn't you have time to learn how to be a really good cook?
Yeah, or train to save lives. That's the other thing you can do with your time.
Okay, sure.
Stripper pole?
No, we don't. They don't allow that anymore. Well, at least on new fire stations.
They don't?
No, OSHA, I think, came down. And
no more poles?
No more poles, I don't think, because you can get hurt, for gosh sakes.
Chick and I have both gone down a fire pole.
We sure did.
There's a firehouse not too far from here. We were able to go down it.
Yeah. Well, the existing ones they still use, but I don't think, and someone can correct me if they want, I don't think OSHA allows you to put new ones in if you're building a new fire
Well, you can hurt an ankle running downstairs.
Sure you can.
Come on.
But I think it was the fact that the guy above you with all the equipment on is going to land on your head.
Right, yeah. Squish you. It's a squish factor that we're talking.
Do you want to talk to? Do you want to say hi to the other fireman that's with you all the time, or is it just one guy? Or
it's usually just one guy.
Rotates.
Yeah. Well, I could get into the weeds during the day. Our chief is there, so it's me and the chief respond. Then he goes home at 4:30. One of our paid on calls could be Derek. It could be
Derek.
It could be Mikey.
Who's the most fun?
No,
Derek's a hell of
I have a question.
They're all fun.
Now, do you have a matching tattoo to any of them?
No.
Are you the only one that has tattoos?
No, I think a couple other guys have a few tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
No sleeves. None of the guys have sleeves.
That's a commitment.
Yeah, that's a lot of commitment.
You
a lot
mean
of money?
Oh, you mean the tattoo
The
sleeve?
sleeve
Yeah. I thought you
tattoos,
meant on their shirts.
We're sleeveless in our shirts.
Well, you're going to learn some arm.
Yeah, I would think
you're going to sing some hair.
We work on buys and tries a lot.
Yeah. Do you have a little gym there? Do you?
I have a few pieces of equipment that I just bring some stuff in, sandbags.
So when there's just the two of you there, you go out to the gym and pump each other? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
all
Make
right.
a little pasta dish, a little wine.
Boy,
now on the calendar,
you guys are not coming on the department. I can tell you that. I'll tell you what you're not going to do in your next career.
Now on the calendar, you were telling me you were posing for this calendar with the firemen from your district, and you're holding like a coffee cup right there in front of the action area.
Sure. The action. It's 24 ounce or two.
Oh, nice.
So it's just the two of you and you have a whole year to fill.
Yeah.
Just the two of you. Huh?
Yes. let me tell you a little story. This is one of my favorite things about being a firefighter is in October in Michigan. We go to the schools and talk to the kids about fire safety. And we go through all the stuff, how to keep themselves safe in the event. And one of the things we do is we tell them when they're in the bedroom, a few things. It's very important you keep your door closed, to keep the smoke and the fire out. And then we tell them to find soft stuff in their bedroom to put at the bottom of the door in case there's smoke. So that
I have that.
And then we also tell them if they can get their window open to throw some toys out because we're always walking around the structure. And if we see toys on the ground, we're going to know there's somebody up in that room. And so we go through everything and we go back and review. And I'm talking to a class of first grade kids. It's one of the best things that's ever happened in my life. And I'm reviewing the bedroom stuff. And I'm like, I said, are we sleeping with our bedroom doors open and closed? Closed. What are we putting at the bottom of the door to keep smoke out? Soft stuff. I said, what are we throwing out the window? Toys. And there's a little kid in the back of the room. First grader. Looks at the kid next to him and goes, I'm throwing all my crap out that window. That right there is your valedictorian. Smartest kid in the room. Yeah, I'm throwing everything.
Yeah, I don't want to lose nothing.
Yeah, that kid's going to have his own tech company 20 years from now.
Little Billy Gates, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Well, we have Christy Lee at the SIOAC Insurance News Desk. What else is happening?
We had some big news over the weekend in the entertainment world. Ozzy Osbourne gave his final live performance at a hometown show for 40,000 fans. The original lineup of Mr. Osbourne's band, you'll all recall, is Black Sabbath, performed at Villa Park Soccer Stadium in their home city of Birmingham, England, July 5th. The 76-year-old, who's been diagnosed with Parkinson's, sang from a black throne that rose from under the stage. The band ended a short set with Paranoid, one of its most famous songs. He was joined for the first time in 20 years by bandmates Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward. Wow.
All of them.
The original Sabs.
Yeah, the original Sabs,
The
Tom.
Sabs.
And he has stated that this is his last concert. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was-
By short set, how many songs?
I got the set list right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he did some solo stuff. He did I Don't Know, Mr. Crowley, Suicide Solution, Mama, I'm Coming Home, and Crazy Train.
That's a good one.
Then he went into War Pigs, NIB, Iron Man, and Paranoid.
Well, that's a pretty good set.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not short. I thought you meant like 3 songs.
I think they broke it up.
Oh, they did break it up?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You nailed that.
Oh, no.
I know you can sing like that. You were right there.
I'm
you were
right
in
there.
the pocket, man.
Oh, no.
Now, Mama, I'm coming home. His mom's not alive, right?
No, I imagine not.
Oh, God, no. She'd be 190.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's coming home to the big mama.
Big Mom and Big Dada.
I have apparently a lot of the stuff that was on YouTube has been pulled, so I tried to
I
get
bet
some
they're
of it.
going to package it somehow. Or,
Yeah,
I don't know how.
Ace, did you see any of it?
I did not.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if it was any good. So here's a notice saying a video's pulled down because of a PPV. What does that mean?
Pay-per-view.
Oh, they're going to put it on pay-per-view.
Man, I hate how fast I got that. I've spent a little too much time on OnlyFans, I think. I nailed that real quick.
Want to see more of me?
I get the PPV POV, which is the pay-per-view point of view. Looks like she's right there in the room with me, chick.
That's right.
Good time. Oh, Ian's listening right now. I shouldn't have said that.
She loves you.
Is she live or is that a...
I'm sorry. No, yeah, she's.
No, I don't mean live. I mean, is she live while she's.
Oh no, it's not live.
Oh, okay.
It's a pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded.
What, do you like dead women? What are you talking about?
I didn't say that.
Now, Mr. Dave Dyer, I want to play something for you. Does this give the backstory? Does the whole story? This is just the phone call. Okay, there's a story behind this.
Ozzy was visiting.
This may be a little redundant. We were talking with Ozzy's been in the studio with us a couple times.
Okay,
but the last time we talked to him, it was on like a satellite phone thing, so we couldn't see him, and it was extremely difficult to understand him. And everyone else in the room was laughing. And
that's not true.
Yeah, it was.
I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, I remember Bob.
He went to the next step.
Bob actually ducked down below the desk there.
Couldn't take it
because he could not stop laughing because I would ask a question and then it was just total gibberish.
Yep.
And I would pick up sometimes I'd pick up a little bit. But it was kind of hard to do an interview because there was no sort of conversational component because I had no idea what he was saying.
There were no words. What's a conversation?
Did he know why you were laughing?
No, but we were.
A word he said.
So these guys were trying to.
We were every man for himself is what we were doing.
So and then I think, does this explain the whole thing? No, okay, I'll explain it. And then Dean took the recording. So all of the words you hear in the following piece are really Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay, good.
None of that's fake. But the setup, et cetera, is fake. But the voice of Ozzy is the actual Ozzy Osbourne, and here we go.
Paparazzi Pizza, can I take your order?
Yeah, I'm just I'm in the current.
Okay.
They're allowing to go on, and we just got to the Mad Monk.
Meat lover.
Right.
Yeah, gonna be about 45 minutes.
Meat lovers. There you go.
That was the interview of all time.
That's a great moment from the show.
Mark nailed that.
And then, do you remember the other thing? One time he was here, Ace. I know you'll remember this. And they used to allow smoking in the studio. And Ozzy was smoking cigarettes the whole time. And when he left, someone came and knocked on the door and said, "Can I have his ashtray and cigarettes?"
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we gave them to some. They're probably out there. They're probably on eBay somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he's been around. And the other thing that was interesting was sometimes when you have, let's just say, for example, Dave, you were a big rock star.
Okay.
And you do those those identifiers where it's, hey, hi, this is Dave Dyer, and I love the Bob and Tom show.
Yeah.
And but you hand him a piece of paper, say, hey, would you mind reading these, and plug the show. And with Ozzy, I went in there, and I forget who the engineer was. Was it you? I don't remember. I forget. No, I forget who was recording. They don't let me touch anything.
But they were going to have him do some of these.
I think it was pre-Mark. In any event, it doesn't matter. But whoever it was. I hand Ozzy the piece of paper. Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. And his road guy goes, "This isn't going to work. He can't really read." So he goes,
"He can't really read.
He can't really read."
Yeah. So he goes,
"Too busy rocking to read."
Yeah. Wait a minute, Willie.
He's got a rock.
Willie's got her new children's book.
Too busy rocking to read.
There you go.
Too busy rocking to read.
That's great.
And don't get me wrong, Ozzy was really sweet, a really nice guy.
He was sweet.
But he goes, well, to do it, we had to go. Literally, I'm not kidding. Repeat after me. Hi, I'm Ozzy Osbourne. He goes, hi, I'm Ozzy Osbourne. We probably have that somewhere. I should dig up that tape. I don't know if it's in there, Jason. I'll have to find it.
Yeah, go listen to War Pigs. When you drive home, it's the greatest. Singing on it is incredible.
Singing's amazing.
Let's try to remember him that way, not by being a bumbling illiterate man.
I want to know what he's doing now. No, just listen to the music and enjoy it. I do the same thing with Elton John. I don't go past Caribou. Yes.
Did you know that Geezer wrote the lyrics?
Whatever, man. Great. I like the song. I don't care who wrote it or what equipment they were using or what the barometric pressure was outside the studio. I just enjoy the song.
And also over the weekend, Oasis ended a 16-year hiatus, kicking off a reunion tour in Cardiff, Wales.
We've got reasonable young men playing music.
Traveled to the Welsh capital from around the world to witness the band's first performance since its acrimonious split in 2009. Oasis returned to the stage amid a deafening roar from a crowd of over 60,000. They walked up holding hands, which was very sweet. I saw that.
What?
Yes, I saw a video of them walking backstage. And they came
kind
out.
of arm in arm.
Yeah.
What would you do if they, much like you and your brothers, they came out on stage just wearing towels around their neck, totally naked, playing Bear Man?
Now you got to explain to Mr. Dyer.
Yeah,
up at the cottage.
Up at the cottage in Michigan. Yep.
Northern Michigan, right there, there by 5 Mile Creek.
Gorgeous country.
Right on Lake Michigan.
No, right where you are.
Beautiful view up there.
Unbelievable.
And
Lots of money.
We did not have a clothes dryer at the time.
Okay.
So you'd hang stuff up.
Sure.
So we were each issued a towel, and then you'd get a clothespin with your name on it.
Yeah.
And then when you were done swimming, you'd go outside and you'd hang up your towel.
Okay.
So we discovered that if you took your towel and put it around your neck and then put the clothespin here, you could become a superhero.
Right.
Sure. So the superhero was Bear Man. I would become Bear Man and terrorize my brothers.
Because
you were naked.
Because you're naked. You're upstairs, you take your suit off, and you're naked.
Were your brothers
How
naked?
did you threaten to terrorize them? That's what I want to know.
Well, because I was
Especially naked.
I was like a 10-year-old boy, and they were significantly older, much more mature, and I'm running around going, Bear Man, and diving on them. That's what brothers That's what brothers do.
Naked.
That's not what brothers do, man. I had brothers growing up.
I love how you said you were issued a towel, like you guys were all lined up, like, here, Tom, here's your towel.
Oh, no, I was.
Make sure
You only got the one.
This is your towel. There are many like it, but this one is yours.
Did you have different colors? Like each one of you had a different color?
No,
towel?
they would rotate. I preferred the striped ones, the red, black, and white stripe.
Make you look less
bunch
fat.
of grab
less fat.
Right?
He was a fat kid.
That what
Dave.
stripes do?
Real chunker of a kid, my old man.
there are pictures of.
I should have worn stripes.
Not
today.
only
I'm
is
getting
my
fat again.
mustache awful, but Tom weighed like 400 pounds, I bet, at one point.
What's
never
your
admit to
top
it.
weight ever, Tom?
Probably 230, maybe.
Yeah.
260 for me.
He's got chunky, man. Chunky.
When did Tom ever get chunky?
Well, there's some photos out there.
That one with Al Jr. in there, he looks chunky.
All right.
yeah.
Okay. But I wasn't Bear Man then.
No.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, God.
No,
You were proud to be
your
naked.
weapon was
So
gone.
all of this time, I thought all your brothers were Bear Man. Just you.
Yeah,
Bear
that's
Man.
kind of how you presented
Right.
the story.
Bear
You
to us.
too?
presented it like all three
that
of
would be
you were
bare
doing
men.
it.
Yeah, see, they were significantly older.
Well, that's why I always
That's
thought it
why
was
we always
weird.
thought it was creepy.
Yeah.
Did they threaten, as they should have, did they threaten to beat your ass if you wouldn't stop?
Oh, yeah. The greatest beating I ever got in my life. Did you have brothers, Dave?
I had 3 older brothers. I was a contusion until they all moved out.
No. You can prove this when you go. Do you ever see your brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what you do. Say one of your brothers is having a major transaction on a toilet.
Oh,
Okay.
This is crazy, too. This is crazy, too.
I got a
Don't
story
do
for
that.
this. Go ahead. Keep
Don't
going.
do this as an adult. Don't
going.
do that.
So he's sitting there, and then you walk in and pee between his legs. Because
Never done
see,
that.
he can't.
No one does that.
Criminal.
He can't.
It's so homoerotic and incestuous.
CPS will be at the door.
And so hot. Oh, my God. I can't stand it. Pat, am I right?
Christy, has that ever happened to you?
No. No.
We had, listen to this.
Try it with
This was the idiotic design of the upstairs bathroom that my parents put in at one of our houses. We had 4 boys, always playing tricks on each other, always beating each other up. We had a very long bathroom, and the toilet was at the far end of the bathroom. So without fail, when the other guy was doing number 2, you unlocked the door and you kept the door open. You just left the door open.
Yeah, we
There's
did that.
nothing they could do.
That's a regular brother story.
They can't get up.
Yeah.
That, you're right, is a regular, normal brother.
That's a prank.
And then we went to the bathroom on him. There you go.
All right, it gets a little weird at the end, but not as weird as this erotic simulation over here.
Okay.
Crazy pranks. We kiss each other on the lips all the time. Just classic boys.
No tongues till you're 18. It's a very strict rule. Everybody
does funny
adhere
things
to.
at camp.
Now, that may
The
be
one
why.
who orgasms loses. Okay, here we go.
Because as you know, I had a house built. My friend Mark built this great house I live in now. And my only concession, the only thing that I got, I wanted 2 things. I wanted a round dining room table.
Sure.
Didn't get it. And I wanted a urinal.
Urinal.
I'd love a urinal in the home.
I have a urinal.
Love it.
And
My act's not that funny, so I don't have one.
I'd love patio furniture, but someone gave mine
Stop
away.
it. I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay, well, time now to check in with Chick McGee across the way.
Simply Safe, the do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system, and the system that works to prevent a break into your home from ever happening in the first place. That's why you, like I, should trust Simply Safe to give you peace of mind. We even use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios with the cameras and the security system. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection that helps stop break-ins before they happen. They have AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents that detect suspicious activity around your property. If someone's lurking, lurkers are the worst. Agents can talk to that lurker in real time, turn on spotlights, and call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. No contracts, no hidden fees, and named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET. And monitoring plans start around $1 a day, and 4 million plus Americans trust Simply Safe, and you should too. Plus, they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. And this deal we have for you, visit simplysafetom.com and claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com, 50% off, first month free. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick. We're coming right back. When we get back, we'll still be here. So if you're coming back with us, we'll be doing what we're doing then. Is that clear? Okay, good. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome to the wildly successful Mr. Obvious Show. I'm your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's take a call. Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Obvious. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Just want to say, first of all, I really love your show. Really enjoy listening to it. I think you do a great job.
Well, kind words indeed. And thank you, caller, for calling the Mr. Obvious Show.
No, Mr. Obvious?
Yes.
Here's my problem.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, I think I got some kind of animal trapped in my house.
Oh, yeah, like a pest problem or something?
Yeah, well, it's even bigger than that. I think it's some kind of critter that's trapped down underneath my sink somewhere.
Oh, my. Now, do you live in a rural section of town?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. I live on the outskirts of town here, and well, here's the thing. I think it's caught underneath my sink, and I've opened the doors and my cabinets there and looked underneath, and I can't find it anywhere. But I can hear him down there making noise.
Oh, you say you got a critter and you can hear him. Now, what kind of sound does he make, caller?
Well, it's kind of growling, kind of, well, I'll try to imitate it for you. It's kind of like... kind of like that.
This is under your sink in your kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you might be caught down there in the pipes.
Now, this is not uncommon for your rurally located homes to have a raccoon or a possum under the house. Now, but you say he might be stuck in the pipes?
Yeah, that's what it seems like because, in fact, I think that's how he's living there. He seems to eat stuff that my wife throws away down the sink after dinner. She'll wash the leftovers down the sink after we get done eating. I think that's what he's eating because I can hear him down there growling and chewing.
Huh. What was the sound again, caller?
Well, it's she'll put the stuff down there in the sink and run the water, and then you can hear him. It's kind of going, kind of like that.
Huh. Now, is there anything else that corresponds with the growling that your wife does there in the kitchen?
Well, it does seem like it usually happens whenever she tries to turn a light on. Yeah, there's a light switch there, and she'll try to turn it on. Thing is, the light don't come on. I think the light bulb must be burnt out or something, but I can't even find a place to change the light bulb on it. Anyway, she'll try to turn that light switch on, and you can hear him down there just seems to make him mad as anything.
This is in the kitchen under the sink, right?
Yeah. Yep. And, I figure he's caught in the pipes.
Right.
So I figured try to get him out of there. Well, I reached down there with my hands when I heard him growling. And I mean, that thing about ripped my fingers off. Bit into me. Boy, it hurt.
Well, I think I know what your problem is, caller. It's a garbage disposal.
So, is that something like a raccoon?
No, caller. It's
No, it's something littler like a mouse.
No, caller, it's a machine that's hooked to your drain pipe there under your sink that chews up food that makes it rinse right down the pipe there. It's an actual machine. It's not an animal at all. Yeah, that's what it is.
I never made the connection. She does use it to get rid of the garbage.
There you go.
Sounds like a critter. Just,
I know, yeah, it's not a critter. Thanks for calling, though, caller.
Mr. Obvious?
Yes.
You're a lifesaver.
Thank you. That'll do it for this week's show. Thank you, and good luck from everyone here on the Mr. Obvious Show.
Oh, boy.
Hi, this is Christy Lee from The Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Okay, once again, Josh has put them on over his...
Okay.
Okay, so now in the groin area there is
Well,
a,
that looks ridiculous.
Whoa, whoa!
Oh, is she turning it on? Sit back down. Now,
You know, this is why we have HD cameras.
Sadie has the remote control.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it? You have it caught in a crack? What's going on back there?
Okay.
Okay, you okay?
Okay, so are you prepared?
Now, Sadie, explain to me how the remote works.
Okay, so up to 20 feet away, which makes it really fun for a Valentine's Day date, out to dinner with your lover,
sure.
a little private. There's 3 different modes. There's
Right.
manual mode where I can just press a button and it will vibrate.
All right, there we go.
There's ambient mode where you can hold it up to a speaker and it'll pick up the bass from music.
Is that?
Or you can whisper sweet nothings into the mic like this.
Oh, my God.
Can you?
Oh.
Oh, so
Hey,
as she talks, it's vibrating?
Hey there, big
That's pretty
boy.
good.
So she could be in the next room on a phone.
Yeah. Really. Here, I'm going to step over here.
Oh, okay. Now Sadie's leaving and walking away over to Chick's mic.
All right.
And
oh my God.
Oh, she's whispering.
Talking to him, yeah.
That feel pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try.
Whisper sweet
Wait a
nothings.
second.
Now I've got to.
Oh, it's so.
He's going to be
So what do I
finished.
do? Do I just
No, it's
talk?
already doing it.
Hey, Jim.
Oh, no.
So it's vibrating to his voice.
What's going on?
It's as though your lips
What's going on?
are up against me.
Oh.
Give it back to Sadie, please.
How about this?
That's risky.
Is it? Oh, goodness.
And it's a benefit for the cancer support community. Mr. Howie Mandel on stage this Saturday night downtown at the Murat Theater.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee over there at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Yep.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Willie Griswald.
I'm touching all Josh's stuff.
Add up, baby.
A lot of stuff over here.
You recall, of course, that Josh
I
quit. There's Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Here's Tom with our special guest.
He is comedian Dave Dyer. David Dyer is going to be at the Reese Theater, REES, in Plymouth, Indiana. It's a benefit. Stop, drop, and laugh. Great name for it.
Yeah.
It's a benefit for the fire department there.
Yep.
Nice fundraiser. And Dave is, in fact, a professional firefighter as well as a comedian. He'll also be, that's, by the way, did I mention this Saturday?
That's this Saturday, the 12th.
That event. And then almost a week later, July 18th, a Friday, you'll be at the Roxy in Rochester, Michigan.
Yep, great venue.
Okay, now, ordinarily I forget to do Today in History, and I did today as well. However,
No?
I thought we could review some of the stuff we may have missed over the long weekend in history. Because one of these presents something that I've always found interesting.
Okay.
And actually two things tie together. Does anyone remember the birthday of Otto Frederick Roeder? Anyone?
Huh?
Nope.
How do you spell Roeder?
Rohwedder. He's referenced almost constantly in the world today because A, it's his birthday, but B, the product that he invented was first introduced on this date in history.
On what date, Jill? This date today?
In 1928, sliced bread sold for the first time.
Whoa.
Oh.
No kidding.
I saw something interesting about this, but go ahead.
No, and because you still hear that phrase, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And wow, that's still a reference floating around out there. So congratulations, Otto, on your brilliant invention. I guess before that, I
take a knife to a loaf of bread.
Back in the day, I guess you took an axe and tore into it.
I think they had knives.
No, they didn't know.
They had knives.
Do you want to know? I actually read a thing about this and why it was so hugely helpful is back then families had more kids. And it was very time consuming for whoever was the homemaker, whether it was the mom or the dad, to make a bunch of sandwiches and cut stuff off. And the amount of time that it saved moms getting meals together and stuff like that was.
So this bread thing was actually needed.
Yeah. Well, help. Got it.
Needed.
They'll do that.
Hey, NEAD.
They saved a lot of dough.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
I have a question here. Ringo Starr, born in 1940.
85 today.
Wow.
Man.
Have you ever seen the Mexican cover band that does Beatles songs with the drummer Ringo Starr?
Thank God.
I didn't laugh. I was tired of the last one, but I did like that, so I'm sorry I didn't laugh.
Are you
tuned back in?
Is everyone hearing Dyer and his kiss-ass laugh?
Is everybody here? Oh, is that what I'm doing? I'm a Ringo fan.
Yeah, me too. He goes,
hey.
I've got blisters on my fingers, senor.
Is that right?
He had to.
Deeply inside, slightly problematic, but yeah,
it's a reference to a famous Ringo statement. I'm a big fan. Great drummer. Does somebody out there think of a dog named Bingo Star?
I hope so.
Wouldn't that be a good dog name?
I'd be a good Bingo.
Bingo Star.
Bingo Star.
Call him by his full name at all times.
Hey, Bingo Star, get over here.
Yeah. Happy birthday to our good friend, the great comedian Jim Gaffigan, who has a bunch of kids. He's got his own bourbon out there.
Yep.
He's a terrific actor, and he's on tour here and there. Hope to see him again. He'll be in our studio, I believe, coming up in a few months. He's going to be stopping by. Now, here's an interesting one. I did not know this. I
did not know this. Yes, Tom.
I mean, this is truly amazing.
Yes.
In 1456, and the date is important, Joan of Arc was retried and acquitted.
Whoa.
Now, the problem with this is
right.
She'd been
Already
executed 25 years earlier.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
and that also invented the word whoops. Did you know that?
Yeah, so
a lot of famous quotes.
She was already Joan of Ash, not of Arc at that point. It was kind of in absentia, if you will. Yeah, poor thing.
That was
I'm getting the signal there from Mesa. Thank you so much, Dave Dyer. Once again, Dave Dyer, Reese Theater coming up, Plymouth, Indiana, July 12th. That's this Saturday for a nice benefit project. Congratulations, Dave. Always a great pleasure. You were very good today. Thank you. And we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.